on too. She on. She ready. All right.
All right, good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving today as your presiding judge. Everybody who is here in the courtroom should be a part of our specialty court. If you are not a part of the specialty court and your last name begins with the letter A, then you are going to receive an invitation to a breakout room. Please accept that invitation and go to the breakout room so that you are able to speak with an attorney. I will complete my specialty court docket first on this morning before starting my regular traffic court. And so make sure that you accept the invitation to a breakout room. If you are not in specialty court, if you are not being processed for specialty court, or if your name begins with your last name begins with the letter A, you need to accept the invitation if your last name begins with the letter A. All right, with that, I'm going to get started. I'm going to have the attorneys place your appearance on the record, please.
Thank you and good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, on behalf of the specialty courts and on behalf of the traffic docket, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr.
Barton.
Fikens. You couldn't get rid of me, right, Mr. Fikens?
You know,
You
Judge,
just had to come back another day.
it's a snow day, Judge.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Attorney
Hey, good
Barton,
morning,
can you
Your
put your
Honor.
camera on?
Yes, Your Honor.
I
I
hear your
am
voice.
coming
I
in
don't see you.
3 seconds. I apologize. I'm sorry. I had a child care issue. Give me 2 seconds, Your Honor. But I am coming on the
Oh,
camera in
no,
about
you're
2 seconds.
good.
Sorry,
You're
but it's
good.
Darnell
I
Barton,
understand you young folks
P83.
with those kids. I understand.
Oh my God, they closed the schools today, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
This
I'm
mommy
an
is
empty
happy though.
nester. I'm trying not to laugh at y'all. I'm an empty nester, so I'm trying real hard.
It's not
Been there, done
funny.
that, sir.
Well, Your Honor, I will say this attorney mommy is very happy for a snow day. I love snow days.
All right, go ahead and put your appearance on the record while Mr. Barton get it together.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this court, Sherika Harris, P 72832.
All right, good morning, Attorney Harris. Thank you for serving on today. For those that are joining for the regular traffic docket, Attorney Harris will be one of the individuals that you will speak with regarding your case. All right, Attorney Barton. If not, we're gonna get started.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna have Mr. Curtis place his appearance on the record. He's physically in the courtroom.
Got it.
Good morning, Jordan.
A little louder in that mic for me.
Jordan Curtis, mental health court case man.
All right, thank you, and good morning to you, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Barton and Mr. Fikens, you should know that Ms. Sammy Edwards is here physically in the courtroom. For those individuals who came in person on today, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to handle those cases first because I want to get them out of the building and on their way before the snow comes in, and then I'll handle everyone else. So thank you for your patience on this morning. Mr. Curtis is setting Ms. Edwards up now in the breakout room and in the conference room, and she'll go to a breakout room. Who's going to go in with Ms. Edwards? Would that be you, Mr. Barton?
Yes, that is, Your Honor. That would be me.
There
And I'm
you
ready
go.
to go. Yes, ma'am.
All
Thank you for your patience.
You're in great shape. Oh, anytime. Those little babies, I understand it. All right, put your appearance on the record, Mr. Barton.
If I may, Your Honor, Darnell Barton, P 83363 on behalf of specialty courts. Thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. Ms. Wilson, good morning to you. Thank you for serving on today. Please place Ms. Edwards and Attorney Barton in a breakout room.
Good morning, Your Honor.
She can, yes. That's fine with me if she wants to. Okay. Good morning, Ms. Wilson. All right. All right, with that, we are getting ready to get started. Are there any other preliminary matters for my consideration?
Judge, just, I believe one person with the last name of the A showed up. I think she's in the breakout room, and either myself or Ms. Harris had to go back there and talk with her.
All right, why don't you send Ms. Harris to go and talk with the person that's on the A docket? All right, Mr. Fikens, I will need you to go into a breakout room with Mr. Baruchko. He missed some testing, and so he needs to go to a breakout room.
Yes,
Mr.
Judge.
Baruchko, along with Attorney Fikens. Also, there's going to be an intake today. I will have Mr. Barton, Attorney Barton, do the intake.
Thank you, Judge, yes.
All right. I am going to go to, there is a Miss Whitted on. I'm not certain if you're here for specialty court.
Your Honor, she's Mr. Neely's guardian.
Mr. Neely's guardian, wonderful. Good morning to you. And so Miss Whitted, when it's time for Mr. Neely to go into the breakout room to be processed, is that correct? He's a new intake?
Yeah.
I don't know what I did with my other sheet for today, but he's a new intake. And so when it's time for him to go in the breakout room, you will go with Mr. Neely and the attorney. Thank you so much for your patience. All right. With that, I am going to now go to Miss Pamela Charles. If you could unmute for me, please, Miss Charles.
Good morning, Judge Holmes and everyone.
Good morning, Miss Charles. How are you today?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Very good, very good. I am going to place your case on the record. Is she on
I
my,
don't think so.
Miss Charles, you're not on my docket today. I don't see you.
I was supposed
You
to
just
be
wanted to
here.
come and see me?
No, originally she assigned me last week when you were not in court. But prior to that, she had assigned me 3 weeks out instead of once per month. So she changed me until today as being my date.
Right. All right. What is her new court? What was her court date?
2/23, that's what I have.
Yes, we have February 23rd as your new date.
Yes.
That you're supposed to be here,
You'll be back
February
by the
23rd,
23rd.
okay?
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you.
At 8:30. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome. Have a good
All
day.
right.
Bye-bye.
You do the same. Take care.
Mhm.
All right, I am going to keep going. Let me go to Miss Holiday, and then I'll see Miss Mathis. Miss Holiday, good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, how are you this morning?
I'm doing okay.
You doing okay? Just okay?
Yeah, I'm having some teeth issues, but besides
You
that,
having
everything
some
is
what
okay.
issues?
Tooth.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna get in to see
Yeah.
someone?
Yeah, next week.
Ooh, next week? You have to wait that long?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I hope that it gets better. Keep calling and bug them if they have cancellations to plug you in. Nothing like tooth pain. I hope you feel better.
Thank you so much.
All right, kids are home today.
Yeah.
They are, King Joshua and the girls are doing well.
Yes, they're doing great.
All right, very good, very good. How have you been doing with respect to working your program?
I've been doing well. I'm done with my NA meetings. I did my session with my therapist. I continue to talk to my doctor. I did my volunteer already. I think I paid all my fees. I'm just staying focused and staying positive so I can work my way through.
Yes, ma'am, you are on. What's going on?
What is that?
Oh, Miss Clinton, you need to fix your camera, Miss Clinton. Fix your camera. I just need to see your face. Okay, it's Wednesday. All right. And if you are joining us, please look at your chat. If you're not a part of specialty court, you're going to get an invitation to a breakout room. Please accept it. Thank you so much. All right. And so you are on your way. We staffed this case on yesterday. You are on your way to completion, Miss Holliday. How do you feel about that?
I feel great.
Yes, ma'am. I know it's been a long road for you, but you have done extremely well, Miss Holliday.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Are you proud of yourself?
Very proud of myself. Every time I think about it, I'm just ecstatic because at first I didn't think I can do it, but you guys' support helped me out a lot.
Yes, absolutely. And we're glad we could help you out a lot. Miss Holliday, tell me something that you've learned since the last time I've seen you.
I actually learned to stay positive because in the beginning I was having like attitude problems, and every time something happens I panic and take it real serious and thinking I can't handle it. So I learned through this process to stay positive and don't let things get to me as like I used to.
That's a good thing to learn, a very good thing to learn. All right, is there anything you need us to help you with, Miss Holliday?
Actually everything's fine, but I did wanted to ask something about the testing. They did go up on their rate now. It's $15, every test. And I was trying to find out if I can test maybe once a week now.
Okay, Miss Holliday is in phase 3, Mr. Curtis, and she is asking to test one time weekly. She has not had any positive screens. Is that correct?
Correct.
Within the last 60 days.
Correct.
All right. And so do you have any issue with reducing her testing to one time per week?
No, Your Honor, I don't. She's also in phase 3. Ms. Taylor says she is on track to graduate in March. So I have no objection to her drug testing one time a week.
All right. Did you hear that, Miss Holliday? I'm going to grant your request. Your testing is reduced to one time per week. It's random. Still call every single day. Every single day. Yeah. Okay. Because you just never know. Okay?
Right, yeah. Okay.
All right. Very good. Anything else you need us to help you with? That's right. Advocate for yourself, ma'am. What else you need us to help you with?
That's about it.
That's about
everything else, yes, everything else is fine.
All right, very good. I failed to place Ms. Holliday's case number on the record. Let me do that now. I have case number 2005612601. Mr. Curtis, is there anything additional that I need to know about Ms. Holliday other than what we've discussed on the record and in staffing?
Your Honor, nothing additional.
All right, you're in great shape, Ms. Holliday. And so I want you to keep up the good work. We are here if you need us. What's next for Ms. Holliday?
So Ms. Holliday will be returning March 2nd, 2022 at 8:30.
All right, that's your date, Ms. Holliday. Do everything you're supposed to do, all right?
I sure will. Thank you so much.
All right, good to see you. Make sure you tell the babies I said hello.
I sure will.
All right,
you.
all right, take care. Okay, bye-bye.
You too, bye-bye.
All right. Ms. Whitley has joined us in the courtroom. Good morning to you, Ms. Whitley, and to the babies. Mr. Curtis, are you able to proceed on Ms. Whitley? Or she needs to go in a breakout room with the attorney. All right, we'll keep going. I want to get her out of here though before that snow comes in. All right, very good. Let's keep going. I'm going to go to Ms. Mathis. I have the following for Mahogany Mathis, 200-579-1901, and case number 204-857-381. Miss Mathis, after you finish yawning, you just been yawning all over the place. What you so tired from this morning?
Oh, nothing. Just a little tired today.
You just a little tired?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. State your name for the record.
Mahogany Mathis.
All right, Miss Mathis. How are things going with you?
Everything's going well. Yeah, everything's going pretty well.
It is. Tell me what's going well. What's working out for you?
Well, I just I fixed my credit. I'm getting
Look
a better
at you,
credit
ma'am.
score.
All right, very good. What else?
Paid off some bills, some credit card bills, and I don't owe anybody.
That's very good. Look at you. Work is going well then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. What else is going well? Those are all some good things, Miss Mathis.
I finished all of my my NA programs.
You did. Okay, tell me something you learned in those programs.
Don't do drugs.
Well, now, yes, ma'am. You can learn that here. But did you learn why you shouldn't do them?
Yeah, they're very affecting to your health and to the way you react to stuff and things like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Change your attitude, your mood, and all of those things, right?
Right.
And when you don't have a good attitude, good mood, you know, things don't really go well for you. Then you get frustrated. It's like a never-ending cycle. Things don't go well, then you're mad. And then you smoke or you use, and your attitude, your mood has changed, and things don't go well, and you're mad at everybody, and it just keeps going around and around until somebody gets dizzy. And so I'm glad that you are convinced that drugs or the use of any mood altering thing is just not the answer.
Yeah.
There are other remedies available, right?
Yep. So I learned
Yes,
some coping
ma'am.
methods and things to do. Just breathe and take a step back or go for a walk, or can't really play with my dog anymore. We got rid of him. He was too bad.
Okay, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. Y'all young people, I'm so glad y'all experiment with dogs and not children. Because my son did the same thing. They got a dog was sick, they were like, we're gonna get this surgery, we're gonna do everything we're supposed to do, and we're gonna find you a new home, a new forever home. I'm like, oh my God. So you gave up the dog, right?
Yeah, we gave up the dog. We weren't here enough to take care of him and train him and stuff. So we just I gave him to my friend, and then she gave him to her brother. So I don't know where he at now. He probably somewhere else.
Okay, well, Mr. Curtis is over here laughing. I just want you to know. He's over here laughing. Okay, our poor little dog. All right, very good. All right, Miss Mathis, look, I had an opportunity to staff your case on yesterday. Mr. Probe joined us in staffing yesterday, and Mr. Probe said that it has been a pleasure. It is a pleasure to work with you. He said you have a good attitude. Why are you looking away? Who are you looking at?
My boyfriend keep coming over here talking to me.
Laughing at you or what?
Yeah, laughing at me.
Listen, Mr. Probe said that. I made him say it again because that was music to my ears. So I'm really glad that you are. I know change is hard for you. Change is hard for all of us. But I know for you in particular, you didn't like the change. And so I appreciate you so much, Ms. Mathis, for keeping an open mind, for embracing that change and being willing to do the work. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to benefit from it. So thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Couple of things happened in staffing yesterday. There was a recommendation to promote you to phase 2. What do you think about that?
That's fine. That's great.
You ready to do it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I think you are ready. I think that you're ready to keep moving in the program. I see progress in you and growth. I hope that you see the same. And so on today, you are being promoted to phase 2. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Ms. Mathis on her promotion to phase 2. Congratulations, Ms. Mathis. Congratulations. All right. I need to hear from Mr. Curtis. Is there anything else? I'm looking at my notes yesterday. I'm looking at my notes from yesterday, and there was a question about some travel for your birthday. So there are some things, I'm saying it again, some things that you must provide, and you must do so quick and in a hurry, because there are things that have to be done even while you're on vacation. I would love to see you go celebrate your birthday. I think that's a wonderful thing, but you've got to take care of business here. So get that done. Do not wait until the last minute. Do not wait until the last minute. All right?
Okay.
All right. And you can circle, Ms. Taylor is not here, but you can circle back with Mr. Curtis, and he can tell you what those things are that you need to provide. And you need to do your legwork for your destination, because you at least have to do a full panel the day before you leave, and a full panel when you get back. And when your color drops there, you will have to test, and they will have to release results to us. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So start getting that together right now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Mr. Curtis, did I miss anything?
No, Your Honor, you did not miss anything.
All right. Ms. Mathis, you have any questions for the team?
How do I get in contact with Mr. Curtis?
Mr. Curtis?
Ms. Mathis, I'll give you a call later today, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you a call.
Okay, do you have my number? I'm sorry.
Look at Ms. Mathis taking care of business. That's just take care of business. Come on.
It's in the file, so yeah, I got your number.
Okay.
All right. And if you don't hear from Mr. Curtis today, pick up that phone and call, okay?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good, because I want you to be able to go for your birthday, but you have to do the things I need done, okay?
Okay.
All right. Congratulations to you, Ms. Mathis.
Thank you. Oh, one more question. How do I, can I start my community service now?
Ms. Curtis, can you get that answer to her today? Because you have to do community service that's approved through the court. And you may want to wait for Ms. Taylor will be back in the office. And so Ms. Taylor would get you connected with your court-approved community service, okay?
Okay.
All right, so let's not bombard Mr. Curtis today.
Okay,
we'll make sure
sorry.
he get on that travel piece for you. But with the community service, let's wait for Ms. Taylor, okay?
Alrighty, thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. If nothing else on Ms. Mathis, what's the return to court date?
So I believe Ms. Mathis is in our new phase.
She's in the new phase structure?
I believe so. So she'll be returning February 16th, but that'll be for a face-to-face.
All right, so on February 16th, 2022, you'll do a one-on-one. It'll be at 10:30 a.m., right? Okay, 10:30 a.m. You'll do a one-on-one with Ms. Taylor, okay? And then you'll see me later, another day.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Very good. Congratulations. Good to see you. Be safe.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Your Honor, can I get Ms. Whitley?
Yes, Mr. Curtis, get Ms. Whitley in the conference room. Where's Mr. Barton? I don't see Mr. Barton.
I think he's still in the breakout.
All right, let's get Ms. Whitley in there. Mr. Fikens, do you mind going in a breakout room with Mr. Neely and Ms. Whitted to do a new order to go over the court's proposed order for specialty court?
I'd be happy to, Your Honor.
All right. Why isn't she taking both of her babies with her? She should take them both. I know how to babysit, but I'm a little rusty because I'm an empty nester. All right. Very good. And so if we could, Ms. Wilson, Ms. Whitted, Mr. Neely, and Attorney Fikens, place them in a breakout room. You will get an invitation. Please accept the invitation.
Thank you, Judge. I have
All
it.
right. All right, very good. While we're waiting for Mr. Curtis to come back and join us, I'm certain he will. You ready, Mr. Curtis or Ms. Edwards?
Oh, yes.
Oh, who went in the breakout room with Ms. Edwards?
Barn.
Okay, can you tell him to pop into the courtroom just very quickly for Ms. Edwards, and then he can go back to Ms. Whitley? And good morning to you, Mr. Baruchko and Ms. Clinton. All right.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning. Let's do it, Mr. Attorney Barton. Yes, I am ready on Sammy Edwards. Ms. Edwards, I'm gonna have you just stay right there, but you will have to speak very loudly so that I'm able to hear you, okay?
Okay.
All right, wonderful. That's perfect. I have the following for Ms. Edwards. I have case number 200-440-7801. Ms. Edwards, state your full name for me.
Sammy Edwards, that's S-A-M-M-I-E.
All right, thank you. And again, good morning to you, Ms. Edwards, and good morning to you, Ms. Cyrell. Good to see you.
Good morning.
All right, I'm going to start, Attorney Barton, with Mr. Curtis. Ms. Edwards, why do you think I have you coming in here on a snow day when I should be home with wrapped up in my blanket watching Lifetime Movie Network? Why do I have you here today, Ms. Edwards?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I was gonna get out of bed anyways. I'm just talking. Ms. Edwards, why are you here today?
I'm here today because alleged I missed 2 of the trim meetings.
Yes, ma'am.
And I only won the first one. I checked on my phone and got it in there. Got the screen up, and then the class wasn't started, so I go to do something else. I
Okay,
don't know what I was doing, but on the second one, I did say, I don't feel like going there. So
Oh.
there was and I don't mean to be cocky, but that's the truth.
and I appreciate your honesty, but this is why I had you come in. Because Ms. Edwards, I'm working with you.
I know you are.
I am working with you. And so when I heard in staffing that Ms. Edwards said she just didn't feel like it, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not gonna have to give my speech about the things I've had to do in life that I just didn't feel like it. But I had to do it because it was to either put me in a better place or to help someone else. We're gonna always be faced with things that we don't feel. I didn't feel like coming in here today, but I knew I had people coming in person. I knew I had people that were gonna show up in court counting on me to be here. And so I took my I don't feel like it rear end and put it in that car and drove here today because folks are counting on me. And so Ms. Edwards, I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you to work this program. I'm working with you. I understand you have some challenges going on. I'm willing to work with you. I'm willing to keep you out of jail and work with you. But now you got to show up to the table and put some skin in the game. You got to work it because I can't just do my part and you not do yours, because you know and I know that, and this precedes me, that pursuant to the plea agreement, if you don't work this program, you're going to jail. You're going to go to jail. And so I cannot, in good faith, knowing that that's the agreement that came from Judge Bryant, that came from the prosecuting attorneys, I cannot, in good faith, not allow you to work this program and keep you here. I would have to send you back to Judge Bryant. And you already know if you go to Judge Bryant, you're going to jail for 120 days. So I need you to roll up your sleeves. And even when you don't feel like it, push. You gotta push. It's how we build grit in life. That's how we understand and learn how to take on the next challenge. Because as long as you're waking up every day, the next challenge is on deck. It's a reality, the next challenge. But when you push through the one on today, you'll be ready for the challenge that's lined up for you on Friday. That's how we build muscle. So can I count on you to do what you're supposed to do?
You tell me to do what you want me to do.
No, not just what I want you to do, but what you're supposed to do in order to help yourself.
Okay. What
I can count on you to do what you're supposed to do?
yes, but I also want to say I apologize. Your tone that you said what you said, because at the time I wasn't thinking about your tone, but I know that you have done all that you can to make sure that I'm legally safe, that I'm personally safe, and I'm physically safe.
Yes.
On the road, and I'm embarrassed as I sit here and talk to you, knowing all that you've given to me.
And so look, Miss Edwards, things happen, but this is what I need, and this is for the courtroom. When judges refer you to specialty court, they don't have to. When prosecutors say, we'll make that a part of the deal, they don't have to. And there's nothing I can do about it. I can't go to Judge Bryan and say, you must send me Miss Edwards. It's totally at Judge Bryan's discretion. It's totally at the prosecutor's discretion to even make the recommendation. And then it's Judge Bryan's discretion whether or not she would refer you to me. And when judges do that, some of my colleagues, many of them, they trust that if they're with Holmes, she gonna hold their feet to the fire and they're gonna do what they're supposed to do. And some of them, even though they trust that, they check in. They check in. What's going on with Miss Edwards? They check in. And in good faith, I have to keep my word and I have to maintain the integrity of this program. So if a prosecutor recommends that in lieu of jail, send her to specialty court, and the judge says, I agree, in lieu of jail, let's send her to specialty court. When you get to me, you've got to do it. I'll work with you. I understand you're human, but you've got to work it. I can't be the only one. Mr. Curtis can't be the only one. Mr. Barton can't be the only one. You've got to work it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Ms. Curtis, she told me what happened, so I don't know if there's anything else you want to add.
Your Honor, there were just 2 additional recommendations from the team. I know, Mr. Moyer stated that Ms. Edwards should do some journaling. So I do agree with that recommendation, and also from the prosecutor, Ms. Rogers. She recommended, having the 7 days in jail held in advance.
Okay,
So I also do, that recommendation.
all right. Let me hear from Mr. Barton. Mr. Barton?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. So, I've spoken with Ms. Edwards and her daughter, Ms. Cyrell. We have a great affinity for her and all the work that she does to help Ms. Edwards. So, with that said, Your Honor, having spoken with her, this is a part of a larger problem, the memory loss, Your Honor. Um, how do I say? We were trying to back there. We were trying to solve the problem and not just say, hey, you got to make sure you show up for these meetings or whatnot. Of course, she knows that. But the issue is they have calendars. They have all these different devices already set up. If you recall, we went through like a whole process to try and help them and get Miss Edwards technologically savvy. And so, I mean, we went down to a rudimentary level of literally like tagging things with colors. So they were having issues, and I'll say this respectfully, where she was putting items that belong to the animals where they shouldn't have belonged, where the humans eat. Anyway, all that said, Your Honor, I think, and what Miss Cyrell expressed to me, which I really thought was a great idea, and I was wondering if the court had any resources to help her with this. But we wanted to get some brain activity or exercises for Miss Edwards. And if you allow me briefly, I know we're in a hurry. What do I mean by that? The processes is what if you've ever dealt with anyone who has, for example, like autism, they're very intelligent people. They just need processes, and they have to follow the process. If it goes off their process, they lose it. So we're trying to work and develop a process for Miss Edwards. Miss Cyrell asked me if we had any resources affiliated with the court that could help her do so. And I would ask the court that. I know we may not be able to address that in this moment, but if that is something that we could address for Ms. Edwards and possibly have in place for the future for other individuals who, for example, may need to be taught the process, as opposed to just saying, hey, you better have a process in place and show up for this thing or take this test or do this. And I
Well,
hope
that's certainly, Mr. Barton, that's certainly something that we can, Mr. Curtis, you all can look into.
Mhm.
But here's
it
the
takes
part
no
that I
accountability away from her. I'm
I
sorry.
struggled with
Yeah.
is that she said, I just didn't feel like it.
Yes.
I don't have a process for that.
Yes. And I apologize for interrupting, Your Honor. I wanted to get to the level of accountability. You know, I get there and but I just wanted to lay the groundwork. So
Yeah. No, I think that's a wonderful suggestion and something we should entertain,
Mhm.
given the nature of our specialty court.
Mhm.
And so, Mr. Curtis, we'll make a note of that.
Okay.
But the part, and I know you're gonna get to the accountability part. Go right ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I'll make that brief because that was really it was cut and dry. You know you can't do that. And you know that if we're trying to get you through this program and help you and you're putting extra stress on Sister Shirel, it's too much. And so you want to make sure that all the people that are trying to help you are not overloaded to a point where we feel frustrated in helping you. So I think Ms. Edwards understood that, Your Honor, which is why she came in here and she was straight out. I said this and I shouldn't have said. That was our talk in the back room. No nonsense. Let's go. What are we doing? So
There
I'll
you
leave
go.
that. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Barton, on yesterday, the recommendation was requiring the journaling for Ms. Edwards to write down every day. And I think Mr. Jordan, Mr. Curtis, that was your recommendation. She's just gonna journal her experience, what she's learned, and she's gonna do that on a daily basis. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, and it doesn't have to be anything, it doesn't have to be pages and pages, a few sentences of just reflection of what she's learned throughout the day, or what she's experienced, or how she's felt. And she's gonna be required to do that every day. The other part of the recommendation was 7 days of jail in abeyance. And so, Mr. Barton, I want to have you reflect on that,
So, Your Honor,
or respond, I'm sorry.
Absolutely. So, Your Honor, based on our meeting that we had and the information that I was given, I didn't have an objection to the 7 days in abeyance. However, now having spoken to Miss Edwards and Miss Cyrell, my concern is that the lack of accountability for coming or missing that one meeting is very important to us. However, I think if she doesn't have a process in place, it's going to be a common occurrence at some point, meaning it's going to come back again that she's going to do this. And I don't want her to go to jail because she doesn't have her process in place. So with that said, Your Honor, I would ask that we work on getting her a basic, minute, very small scale process in place. And then if she deviates from that process, then I would not object to the holding the days in abeyance if you were doing a sanction, Your Honor. Again, only because I do feel like with her support system in place, it's very. I'm sorry, I'm going a little waffling here, but it's. I feel like she's teetering, and we don't want to send her on the other side. And Miss Cyrell is also teetering, in a respectfully when I say that, meaning she's right there where it's like, all right, this is too much, and I don't want that to fall on her plate because that affects the team. As I said to her in the back, this is a team effort. All of us, you, me, the judge, Mr. Curtis, Brother Morgan, all of us. This is a team effort. So we need all the team morale to be up, So with that said, Your Honor, I don't know how that would affect team morale in this situation.
I understand, but Mr. Barton,
Mhm.
I have to respond. And so this is what I'll do, Mr. Jordan. I know what your recommendation was. My order will be, or the sanction will be, that she must journal every day. Okay, the sanction will be that she must journal daily, starting today. Just a couple of sentences, or, you know, if you want to write more, that's fine. But it's more of a reflection. So you'll start that today, Ms. Edwards. And then with respect to jail, I'm gonna hold off holding the days in abeyance, Mr. Curtis. And this is why, because we Ms. Edwards has been with me. She's got 24 months. She's been with me since September. As I indicated to you, Judge Bryant does check in on this case. She definitely does, as she does with all of her cases that she refers to me. She checks in on the cases. And so I'm gonna give Ms. Edwards an opportunity to show me what she's gonna do in the next 30 days. And then if we are still back here with not, you know, I don't feel like it or what have you, then I'll decide how I'll address it. Okay, but I don't wanna put the abeyance, because if I do it, then if she misses something, she's going to jail for 7 days without any questions, without a hearing. So I'll just do it for now. And Mr. Barton, I'm counting on you to work with Ms. or even bring some ideas to the table on behalf of your client as far as these exercises that you made reference to, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
But I've got to show that we are in compliance with the standards, and we're working with her, and I want to work with her. And so let's get it done.
And if I may, Your Honor, briefly, we in speaking with Miss Cyrell, we've already started talking about the color coding system, so that she'll be able to do things as simple as put dishes in the dishwasher, or in the by the sink, and not in, you know, the closet or something like that. So they'll have color codes for the dishes that'll have it correspond with the sink. Same thing with her clothes. Now, it'll be a tedious task. We already explained this, but that in turn will also give her brain activity, etc., in doing that task. So those are just two small, minute things that I brought to the table that I think Miss Cyrell is very willing to do. Again, it will be time consuming for her. So again, I appreciate her and what she's doing, but I think it will help in the long run, Your Honor, especially with the meetings. Oh, I'm sorry. Last thing we did, the sticky notes with the meetings on the doors. When you're going to the meeting, you take it off the door. If you come home and you see a sticky note on there, something's wrong. You missed the meeting. You didn't take it off. You're not following the protocol. So there's a tangible way for you to see if you are in fact following the protocol of mental health court. So thank you.
All right. All right. Any questions for me? No questions, Ms. Edwards, Ms. Cyrell?
No questions. I'll say thank you for holding her accountable. I think at the end of the day, like, regardless of what is going on, I told her to her face, you make your own choices and you'll face the fire of what happens, you know. And so as much as I can help her, she got to take the lead. So I appreciate that. We appreciate your grace. We are working on the process.
Yes, ma'am. Let's work at it. Let's work at it.
Guys, like, if there's something like counseling is usually on Wednesdays, right? But then it got switched to Tuesday, so now she's thinking it's Wednesday. You see what I'm saying? So like, when stuff gets randomly switched and moved, and I know it is the best we can do, but that is something that really throws us off.
Okay, so that's something. Thank you for sharing that, Ms. Cyrell. And Mr. Barton, you can go back to the conference room. I know we working. We trying to get everybody processed before the snow comes in.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Attorney Barton. Great job. All right, and so Mr. Curtis, that Cyrell raises a good point. Let's talk with the provider. That's what I'm trying to say, provider. It's one of those mornings, everything is going on. Let's talk with the provider and let them know that we need to have one consistent date. And if they can work really hard not to change it. Now, I know people get sick, people, you know, those kind of things happen, but we want to make sure they know for Ms. Edwards, if at all possible, let's not change that date.
Right. I did have a conversation with her, because I know we had this instance happen back in, I believe, September or October. So I did communicate that with her therapist to have her individual therapy and her group therapy on the same day.
That would be wonderful.
And so that was the case on the 18th.
Okay.
So she had an individual appointment on the 18th, which is a Tuesday. And then later that day, she did log in early to her group therapy, but then just didn't log back on. So
Okay.
her therapist is working with her on having everything, really, her individual therapy, group therapy on the same day, on Tuesdays.
Okay, all right, let's do that. Thank you for bringing that up. All right, if nothing else, what's going to be the return to court date for Ms. Edwards? And it'll be virtual. It'll be a virtual day. What's her usual day for us? Wednesday. Okay. What's her date, Ms.? Maybe I'm not having a good one.
So it'll be
What's her?
February 16th at 8:30.
All right. Did you get that, Ms. Cyrell and Ms. Edwards? February 16th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. I want you all to get home and get out of this weather that's coming. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you on Zoom on February 16th at 8:30.
Dr. Roll, thank you guys.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Edwards. All right. Let's do it. Let's go to Mr. Baruchko. I'll do Mr. Baruchko. And then we'll go to Mr. Fikens. Did you finish with the intake?
I did, Your Honor. We're set to go.
All right.
For Mr. Brusko.
All right, very good. I'll do Mr. Baruchko. And then I'll do the intake. Are you ready on Mr. Baruchko?
Yes, I am, ma'am.
1 second. I'm talking to Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Just want to check on this.
All right. Okay, that's fine.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, my daughter not having a good morning. All right, Miss Mack, let me give this to you. I was supposed to give this to you this morning to call maintenance for the suite on the 4th floor.
Oh.
We got a couple of things going on. Tell them on that faucet, I don't want to end up cutting my hand. So I need them to come and fix, somebody broke up the faucet glass on it. So I haven't, Monday was my first day back in the office. I don't know who broke it up. All right. So, Ms. Curtis, are you ready, Mr. Baruchko?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I
All right,
am,
very
ma'am.
good. Okay, okay. Ms. Curtis, don't do me like that. I have case number 210-580-5801. Mr. Baruchko, please state your name for the record.
Jordan Baruchko.
All right, good morning to you, Mr. Baruchko.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. Mr. Baruchko, why did I have you go into that breakout room?
Because I missed my drop, ma'am. There's really no excuse. I dropped the day before, and then the very next day, I really didn't expect to drop again 2 times in a row. But I should have called early that morning anyway. I missed that one. I called later on in the day. I wouldn't have made it in time, but that's totally my fault. I was already at work at that point. So I kind of just rolled with the punch, and here I am. So I'm sorry about that, though.
How many times did Mr. Baruchko miss testing?
You got it 2 times, and it also was positive for adults.
Right, Mr. Baruchko, we've got some real issues. And I know Mr. Curtis shared it with you.
You know, opportunity to speak to. I'm just going off the report of this tape.
Oh, you didn't go, who went in the breakout room with Mr. Baruchko?
I did, Judge.
Mr. Fikens, were you aware of the 2 positive screens and the 3rd adulterant?
Right, 2 missed screens.
I'm sorry, 2 missed. I said positive. 2 missed screens, and there was an adulterated screen.
Mr. Baruchko told me that earlier on he'd missed a screen early on that was dealt with by the court, so I didn't go into that yet. So if this is something that hasn't been dealt with by the court, I'm not aware of it. And I was aware of 2 missed tests.
Okay.
One of which
Yeah,
has
Mr.
to be
Baruchko
investigated.
he's got a real issue going on. So, Mr. Curtis, maybe is this your case? Miss Taylor, and I know you pitch hitting for Miss Taylor. So, yeah, Mr. Fikens, I'm gonna have to send you back to the breakout room because really, what I should have done is had Mr. Baruchko come in because he's missed 2 tests on the 16th as well as on the 25th. And in between those 2 missed tests, he has an adulterated test.
I don't know what an all.
Excuse
What's
me,
in
Mr. Baruchko.
Oh, I'm
Mr.
sorry,
Baruchko, let
sorry.
me finish. I'll give you the floor. Give me a second. Let me finish making my record. And so he has an adulterant. And so that is indicative of use. All right, you're missing a test, and in between, you take a test, and we can't get a read on it because you've either drank too much water or you've taken something to skew your test. And that's a problem for us. That's a problem. So Mr. Baruchko really should have come in today, and I missed that in staffing. He really should be here today because this is not first time he's missed.
And Judge, if I could just get some clarification, are the dates of the 16th and 25th dates that have not yet been addressed by the court?
I have not addressed either of them. The 16th, the 25th missed, and then the 19th adulterant. I have not addressed any of those.
Thank you, Judge. Yes,
So you need to go back to a breakout room with Mr. Baruchko.
Correct.
And I'm gonna have you do that after I do my intake.
Very good, Judge.
All right, let's go to my intake. Mr. Neely and Ms. Whitted, I am ready. I did a file for Mr. Neely. Give me 1 second. I did not. Just 1 second. All right, I am ready to place the case number on the record. I have case number 210-443-7201. Mr. Neely, please state your full name for the record.
Joel Neely.
All right, good morning to you, Mr. Neely.
Good morning.
All right, Ms. Whitted, if you could state your name for the record.
Donna Whited, County Guardian.
Whited, I'm sorry.
That's all right. Everybody mispronounces it. I get used to it. County Guardian for Mr. Neely.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. All right, Mr. Curtis, are you ready to present Mr. Neely for acceptance into our specialty court? Uh-oh, someone needs to mute their device. All right, you may proceed.
Your Honor, on January 27, 2022, Mr. Neely was referred by Judge Bryant. He is charged with disturbing peace. He is a 29-year-old Caucasian male. His highest education, some college. He does have a high school diploma. He is unemployed at this time. He does not have any children. He does want to participate in our specialty court program. He is over 18 years old. He does admit to dealing with some things that will qualify him for specialty court. and he does not have any prior convictions for a violent offense. He does have a valid driver's license, and he did complete his needs plus assessment. And so my recommendation on today is that we admit Mr. Neely into the mental health court.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Fikens, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Neely?
Judge, Your Honor, was a pleasure to speak with Mr. Neely and Ms. Whitehead concerning Mr. Neely's approach to the program. We talked about testing, we talked about meetings, we talked about treatment. He's aware of those. I told him that those were the benchmarks upon which we can, and mostly he can gauge his success. Give the program some time to incorporate the program into you, embrace the program. And he seemed genuinely interested in doing that, Judge. He had some questions concerning testing and paying for all that. I said, well, we will address those issues. Those issues will not be undone or left to you to figure out. You always have a case manager, and that's how we approach the specialty court program. He seemed to understand that. It's maybe testing needs to be addressed, and maybe Mr. Curtis can address that, or I can at some point in time. But more importantly is his acceptance into the program. He wants to do this program, Judge. He feels he needs this program. I think he needs this program. I think he wants to do this program. We did discuss the pros and cons of this program, that it could mean his case could be dismissed if he successfully completes the program. And it could also mean that if he doesn't do the program, that it could mean incarceration for up to 93 days in the Wayne County Jail. And he understood that.
Keep your voice up a little bit for me, Mr. Fikens. I'm having a hard time hearing you at the end.
Thank you, Judge. And I do that naturally, but let me get this machine to help me with that. So, Judge, I certainly recommend him for acceptance into the program, and welcome in, and hope to see him again in his journey.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. Ms. Whitehead, I will hear from you. Is there anything additional that you would like me to know about Mr. Neely?
I do feel he's at a point in his life, he's ready to accept and complete this program. I think it would be a benefit to him and his future. And I think he's ready to commit to that.
All right, very good, very good. And so, Mr. Neely, I'm gonna have you unmute. All right, Mr. Neely, are you ready to come in and work the program with us?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. We had an opportunity to discuss your case on yesterday and the circumstances that have brought you before this court. And I believe that we are capable, more than capable, of helping you if you want the help. Do you want the help?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Do I have your commitment to roll up your sleeves and get to work?
Yes.
All right, very good. We talked about on yesterday testing. While you are at Monroe Community, you are going to test there. Ms. Whitehead, the only time I'm going to require him to test with a third-party provider is if he is out and about unattended. Okay, as long as he's chaperoned and things of that nature, he can test at Monroe Community, okay?
Okay.
That'll be, I think that'll be better suited for him. I'm excited about the opportunity to work with him. We're going to work with some of the services that he already has in place. We're not going to recreate the wheel, but we do ask Ms. Whitehead that a release of information will be signed so that Mr. Curtis, who will likely serve as his case manager, so that Mr. Curtis can get information and he's able to discuss what's the best plan of action for Mr. Neely when we are in staffing. So if you could facilitate making sure that that happens, that would be great.
Okay.
All right, very good. Mr. Neely, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Curtis.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. White did sign the release of information, so I'm already in
Look at you.
communication with this treatment.
All right, Mr. Curtis is 10 steps ahead of me. All right, Mr. Curtis, that sounds good to me. All right, and so this is what we'll do. I know that he's got to come back and see me in about 2 weeks, but before we get that date, Mr. Neely, do you have any questions for me or for the team?
Not at this point in time, Your Honor.
All right, I'm looking forward to working with you. You're going to get an outstanding case manager. You will also have attorneys that are assigned to the court, to this particular docket. They will be on hand every hearing to work with you should you have any issues. Ms. Whited, of course, as his guardian, you will be able to come in at any time and make sure that you understand what's going on. Ask us the questions because we want to make sure that we're helping Mr. Neely and not creating additional issues for him, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Any questions for the team from Ms. Whited or Mr. Fikens or Mr. Neely?
No, Your Honor, one thing Mr. Neely brought up, I told him it's not a concern at this point, but was about how to pay his costs and fines. I think it tied in with his testing issues. I said, let's get you situated first and we'll worry about that. He was worried about whether or not he could do community service in Monroe. Would Detroit approve it? I said, those are all things good questions. And we will address them. And Mr. Neely, we will address them. I give you my guarantee, but I told him not right now. Maybe it's a good time. We don't have to deal with that right now, Judge.
That's right. We're going to do it one step at a time and we will work with him. I am aware that he resides in Monroe, Michigan. Mr. Curtis did disclose that on yesterday in staffing. And so we will work with him. We will do our best not to create an undue hardship. Okay? All right. Yes, Mr. Curtis?
I just wanted clarification on the drug test. I know that he does reside in a facility where he is monitored. You know, if he were to leave, there's someone with him to and from his appointments. So I know you said something about Monroe.
Where at the facility where he resides, he can test there.
Yes, if they suspect him of.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Right. Very good. Thank you for that clarification. So if they suspect of any substance use, then they test. And I am going to be comfortable with that method of testing as long as Mr. Neely is not unsupervised, meaning he's not leaving the facility and going out for the day on his own and things of that nature. And so as long as he's not doing that, I'm good with the testing protocol at the facility where he currently resides. I'm sorry. All right, very good. If nothing, everybody's face kind of went blank. I'm like, what did I just say? I said resigns, not reside. It should have been resides. Okay, very good. All right, Mr. Jordan Curtis, did you determine whether or not Mr. Neely is or if he's ever been a violent offender?
Your Honor, Mr. Neely is not a violent offender.
All right, very good. Mr. Fikens, did you determine that Mr. Neely does in fact qualify to participate in our specialty court?
Yes, Your Honor, he does. He is able to qualify for acceptance into our court.
All right, very good. And you did explain on the record already the benefits and the consequences of not complying with the court's orders. And so with that, I'm going to accept Mr. Neely into our program. Welcome. We are so glad you are here. You are going to find that if you've ever had a prior experience with the court, that this will be totally different. We're here to help you. We're here to bring out the best in you, and we look forward to working with you, okay?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, very good. Mr. Curtis, what's next for Mr. Neely? When will he come back by way of Zoom?
That would be February 16th, 2022 at 8:30.
All right, did you get that, Mr. Neely? Look at you, I already see you taking notes. Very good, I love it. You got it, Mr. Neely?
Did he say February 16th at 8:30?
Yes, sir, at 8:30, yes, sir.
Is it gonna be the same meeting ID and everything?
Yes, it will be.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Neely, so nice to meet you. Look forward to working with you. Nice to meet you, Ms. Whited. Thank you for your patience on this morning. Both of you take care and be safe.
Thank you, you too.
All right, thank you. All right. And Mr. Ficus, thank you for taking on that intake for me. I appreciate you.
No problem, Judge. Thank you.
All right, very good. I believe that Mr. Ficus and Mr. Baruchko need to go into a breakout room while Ms. Whitley will be able to be processed with Attorney Barton. So let's give Ms. Wilson an opportunity. Please accept the invitation.
Judge, may I ask a question of Mr. Curtis? There was a indication of an adulterated sample on the 19th. Was there any facts regarding the adulteration, what it was adulterated with, or what was the cause of the adulteration?
Mr. Ficus, no, they just, James had reported that on the 19th. So it was an adulterant screen. You know, they didn't go into further details.
Okay, thank you. But not contaminated, adulterated they're talking about. Or is that the same?
Mr. Curtis, he said, say it again, Mr. Ficus. He had a hard time hearing.
I'm going to talk up loud. I was, Mr. Curtis, I was wondering whether or not it was adulterated or contaminated, and whether there was an indication of what it may have been contaminated or adulterated with, if you know.
No, I do not know. I believe James just reports it as an adulterant, and that's it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Judge. I'm ready to go in with Mr. Baruchko, whenever this.
Okay.
You have the invitation. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Give me 1 second. All right. Miss Whitley, you can stay right there. I'll just need you to speak very loudly, okay? Very good. Sounds good. All right. I have the following case number 2-113-0805. Miss Whitley, please state your full name for the record. All right, you're gonna keep that voice up a little bit louder. Say your name for the record again. Now say it a little louder. You ain't do it louder. There you go. All right, your babies are beautiful, Miss Whitley.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Miss Whitley, why are you in my courtroom today?
I was informed that
Louder.
I missed the test.
You missed a screen on January 24th. What happened?
I honestly, I have no idea. To be honest, and I apologize for it.
I can't hear you. Your voice is drifting down. You got to talk loud because my court reporter has to hear you.
I said, honestly.
Oh, yeah, officer, go ahead. That's fine. I thought you were asking me, did I want you to turn the volume up? I'm like, no, it's her. All right, there you go. Then you got to put that mask on your face. All right.
So, I totally forgot the question you just asked.
Why did you miss your screen on the 24th?
Oh, yes, I totally just didn't pay attention, to be honest. And I apologize. I did not pay attention to it.
All right, Miss Whitley, come on. I had you come in because when I looked back and I was reminded in staffing that it's been up and down. It's always something going on. And so we want to make sure that we're not missing anything. If there's a problem, if there's an issue, we need you to speak up so that we can help you to navigate where you are right now. This is the process that you're in. And you've got to work it and you've got to follow the guidelines. So if you missed on the 24th, when is the last time she's tested?
She has not been scheduled for this week yet. So she last tested on the 20th.
All right, so, and I have her testing one time a week, is that right?
Yes.
Now, Ms. Whitley, she's gotta go test today. Must test today, okay?
Okay.
You're gonna have to figure it out.
I try, I always do.
You do, I have to give you that, but you've gotta go test today, because if I've reduced you to one time a week and you miss, that means technically a 2-week period can pass without any testing, and that's unacceptable. So the only other thing I can do, Ms. Whitley, if you're not gonna test that one time a week, you should be calling every day. If you're not gonna test that one time a week, the only thing I can do is increase your testing. And then that way I know every week I'm gonna get some testing out of you.
Okay.
I don't wanna do that, right?
Right.
You don't want me to do that, right? She's okay. You don't want me to do that, right, Ms. Whitley?
No.
All right, very good, very good. All right, Mr. Curtis, what you want to tell me, and then I'll hear from Attorney Barton.
Yes, Your Honor. So Ms. Willie, she did miss that screening last week. And then on the 31st, last Monday, she is set up with on-site for counseling. She did her intake. So she will be starting, therapy services.
That's gonna really change whether or not how I issue a sanction today. So thank you for letting me know that. She's set up with on-site, you said?
Yes.
All right, very good. All right, Ms. Whitley, I need you to get in there and work it, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Curtis, do you have a recommendation for the Miss Green? I think having her come down here is sanction enough. I would think so, but I mean, if you want to do more, if you have a different recommendation, I'll listen to it now.
No, I don't, Your Honor. I don't have another recommendation. I just recommend that since she did have that intake on the 31st, that she call to on-site to get that next appointment.
And that next appointment should be soon, so I need you to also call on-site today for your next appointment. Don't wait on them. Okay, Ms. Whitley?
Okay.
All right, very good. Mr. Barton, let me hear from you.
Yes, Your Honor. So, I spoke with Ms. Whitley. She's been working a lot, which is a good thing, and also at the same time is kind of something that took her attention away from what she needed to do. I'm not going to waste too much of your time because she was there, she was forthright, and I think we just want to get Ms. Whitley the other help that she needs. So we talked about reaching out to Brother Griffin, or Attorney Griffin, to make sure she's getting the possible help that she needs in the family court area. So I think with that said, Your Honor, I'll just leave it to the court.
All right, very good. And so, Ms. Whitley, I hope that you are reaching out to Attorney Griffin to get the assistance listening. And if you have questions, ask those questions and following directions, right?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
All right, I need you to do that. Okay, then that will be the sanction enough was her coming down here. She must test today and she must reach out to on-site on today to get her next appointment. All right, anything else for my consideration?
Nothing else, Your Honor.
What's Ms. Whitley's return to court date?
February 16th, 2022 at 8:30 EST.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Ms. Whitley? You'll be back on Zoom on the 16th of February, okay?
Yes, I got that. Thank you.
All right, very good. All right, get home and get out of this storm that's coming, okay?
Okay.
All right, your babies are beautiful. They are 2 little girls. Oh my goodness. One is a no. All right. All right, let's do it. I am Mr. Barton. If nothing else, I am ready. Was there somebody else in there? No, Mr. Baruchko is in on the screen. Let's go to Miss Clinton, please. And before we do that, Miss Wilson, it's 9:44. I'm gonna have you let everybody into the courtroom so that we can get individuals. Bye-bye, babies. Take care. so we can get individuals into their respective breakout rooms. It,
Did you put the case number on the record? I don't know.
oh, I thought I did. Yes. If I didn't put Ms. Whitley's case number on the record, it is 211-308-05. For those of you who are joining my courtroom, please make sure that your government name appears on your tagline. I won't know how to help you if your phone says iPhone. If you have on a hat, headgear, if you are in your bed, in your Snuggie blanket, if you are around folks that are not dressed appropriately, we are in court. And not only are we in a Zoom courtroom, but we are streaming live by way of Zoom. So please make sure you take care of all of those things. If you are in my courtroom on this morning and you're not a part of specialty court, you are going to receive an invitation to a breakout room. Please accept the invitation. Please accept the invitation. If you are an attorney, please call the courtroom and check in with my clerk. You can reach the courtroom at area code 313-965-2280. That number will appear in the chat. Please call that number and check in with the courtroom clerk. You will also be placed in a different breakout room so that you are able to speak with the city attorney. With that, please put your government name. That means your first and last name. They gave you one at birth. Please put it on your device, because I don't know who Mario is. I don't know who iPhone is. I don't know who Galaxy A12 is. And so I need you all to help me out. Go on and accept the invitation to the breakout room, and they will get you squared away there. If you are in my courtroom and you have turned off your camera and you expect to be serviced on today, please turn on your camera. I will not service you. And when I'm ready to stop my docket, you will have to come back at 1:30. And it's not gonna be nice either, because we are all trying to beat this snowstorm. So please turn on your camera so that my court reporter will know where to place you. Please turn on your camera. Thank you so much. Ms. Wilson, you can make those adjustments. They will answer your questions in the breakout room. Please accept the invitation. Please accept the invitation to the breakout room. Ms. Wilson, let me know when I may proceed. Where's Ms. Walker today?
Yes, she sent me a text. She had to work. They had her come back and work at 7 o'clock. She said she was going to Zoom in. Her lunch was at 11.
I hope I'm here. I'm getting out of this snowstorm. Mr. Curry. We didn't do a man to clean yesterday.
Miss Lee Drug Street, however, she was at Lake Ridge, and Mr. Williams said she did drive there because their van had broke down.
Okay, so she's in good shape?
Yeah, Williams said no concerns.
All right, very good, very good. Let me know when I can start. It is so hot in here. Just want to scream. And once you are in a breakout room, please remain there with your clients or as individuals until I am ready. I'm going to finish my specialty court docket before I do traffic. I have a few more cases to call. There are still people with their cameras off. I'm going to remove them in just a few minutes. Please turn on your camera.
What time are we cutting off for me to start?
Oh, it's still early.
Okay.
I got a little, but are you able to look? I need you to put your government name on your tagline.
Ms. Wilson is letting me know who's here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Ready, Your Honor.
All right, I still see an attorney in the courtroom, another defendant, an attorney. Are they good, Ms. Wilson? And then there's somebody with a Willis or Wilstitz. You could just message them. I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Ms. Clinton. Ms. Clinton, if you can unmute for me.
Hello.
Good morning, Ms. Clinton. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I have the following case number for you. I have, give me 1 second. All right. I have the following case number for you, 19045263001. State your full name for me, Ms. Clinton.
Amanda Clinton.
All right. How are things going with you, Ms. Clinton?
Things are going very well.
All right. They're still treating you well at Lake Ridge?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I said, yes, they are.
All right. Very good. Tell me what you're doing at Lake Ridge to work on you.
To work on me, I go to my group and I do one-on-one therapy and I exercise.
Oh, look at you. And you exercise. All right. Do you feel like any of the activities at Lake Ridge that they're helpful to you?
Yes, I do.
All right. Tell me something that you've learned then.
I learned that you got to have a plan. You got to have foundation and you got to have a plan and you got to be willing to change.
Yes, absolutely. And that's just good, sound advice for life, right?
Right. Got to change people, places,
right.
and things.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said you got to change people, places, and things.
It depends on where you want to go in life, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, Ms. Clinton, how are you doing overall? What do you think about your progress so far?
I think my progress is wonderful. I really opened up here. I really have.
Right.
I enjoy working.
Are you?
With them. And now I moved up to level 4, so I'm doing really well.
Very good. Very good. So you're pleased with the progress that you're making?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Ms. Clinton, go ahead.
Well, I was going to tell you, I've been putting in applications. I just haven't heard anything back yet.
You've been looking for a job?
You told me to. Yeah.
It's on my list of things to ask you. Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
all right. Very good. You want to be able to take care of yourself, to be able to provide for yourself, so that if you are ever in a situation where people are doing things that you're not doing or you're not willing to do, you have options.
Right.
You can't have options if you don't have income.
Of course not. Right.
Right? Those options become very limited if you do have any. They become very limited.
Right.
So I'm excited about you looking for a career, not just a job, a career.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. And so, Ms. Clinton, what have you been struggling with? What has been the one thing that's been tough these past 2 weeks?
The past 2 weeks? Well,
yes.
I kind of lost my lobby job in the last 2 weeks. The only thing really bothering me, like I said, I lost my lobby job. They had put someone ahead of me, which was fine. I was upset for a day, but I'm over it. Like they moved me to new and better things. So.
Okay, yeah. I missed what you said. You missed your what?
You know how I was working at the lobby for extra community service. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. They hired
your lobby job. Okay.
Yeah, they hired somebody else to take my my shift, so I got pushed to the side. So my feelings were a little hurt, but my Gina's like, don't deal in feelings, and something better will come along. So that gives me more time to look for a job. You know what I mean? stuck on a desk from 8 to 4. Yeah.
All right. Well, when you were working that desk job, you were still attending your sessions, right?
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Okay. All right. Have you learned anything since the last time I've seen you?
Just working on my plan.
Okay. You've learned that you have to have a plan and you're actually working it. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. Is there anything you need us to do, Ms. Clinton, to help you to stay on track? You're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you. And we're going to make it great this time. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing really well right now. I feel good. I'm feeling fine.
All
I'm
right.
not
Very
struggling.
good. Say it again.
I'm not struggling with anything.
All right. Well, if you are, that's what we're here for. That's a part of recovery. We struggle, but we find tools to help us get through the struggle. And so we're here if you need us, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, good morning. All right, Mr. Curtis?
Yes, Your Honor. So Ms. Clinton, she did miss her testing at jams on the 13th, the 24th, and on the 25th. However, Lakeridge van did break down, so I talked with Lakeridge. They did say that information was accurate. And so Ms. Clinton did test on the days that she missed at jams at Lakeridge. And so Lakeridge, the report, she is engaged in treatment and she is in compliance. They do not have any concerns or issues at this time.
All right, very good. We have to work with Lake Ridge on that van. That van is broke down a lot.
Yes.
All right. All right, they might need a new mechanic or something. I don't know.
I think a new mechanic.
All right. All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Ms. Clinton?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Ms. Clinton, do you have any questions for me?
No,
Or for the
ma'am.
team?
No, ma'am.
All right. I want you to keep up the great work you're doing. Ms. Clinton, you look good. You sound good. It seems like you even feel good. I want you to hold on to those feelings and just take note of, what am I doing different to look, sound, and feel good?
Okay, I'll definitely do that.
Yes, because those are things I want you to hold on to even after you leave Lake Ridge. All right?
Okay.
All right, very good. It's good to see you.
Thank you. You too.
All right, Mr. Jordan, what's next for Ms. Clinton?
Ms. Clinton will be returning February 23rd, 2022 at 10:30, and that'll be for a face-to-face.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Ms. Clinton?
It's on the 23rd at 10:30 and it's, what did she, is it face-to-face?
It's a one-on-one with Mr. Curtis. Ms. Taylor, Ms. Taylor.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, all right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you have a great weekend.
Okay.
Well, I
You
hope
do the
everything
same.
snow. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's go to Mr. Mott. Mr. Mott, are you there?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Mott. How are you?
I'm okay, and you?
I'm very well, thank you. All right. There are some discussions that I need you to have with Mr. Mott that I can't have on the record today in detail about the things we talked about on yesterday. So let me place Mr. Mott's case on the record. I have case number Z8058231. Mr. Mott, state your full name for me, please.
Derek Vincent Mott.
All right, Mr. Mott. Can you put on some light? I need to be able to see you.
Okay.
You sound like Mr. Mott.
Yeah, hold on. Let me turn this light on. Oh,
you go up here sitting in the dark. Turn on the light, sir.
I had to get somewhere and plug up this phone.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. Can I move? Oh, let me go to the kitchen.
That's better right there.
Okay. There we go.
You good?
Yep.
All right, Mr. Lott. Mr. Mott.
Yes,
Why
ma'am.
am I calling Mr. Lott? Okay. It's Wednesday, y'all. All right, Mr. Mott, we had an opportunity to staff your case on yesterday, and some real concerns were brought to my attention by the doctor. I am not going to discuss your medical piece on the record, so I am counting on you, and this was just on yesterday. Ms. Taylor is out. Mr. Curtis has been filling in for her, but there are some discussions that you need to have with Mr. Curtis maybe today. You can have those discussions with Mr. Mott, because the doctor raised some real concerns about some things that you're doing, and I'm truly concerned. What I will say to you on the record, and you'll be able to talk with Mr. Curtis, is that we're bringing everything under Popoff. Everything is going to be handled through Popoff. And so Mr. Curtis is going to help you. There's an appointment that you need to make, because there's some documentation that the doctor at Popoff needs to review, so that they can make sure that the right things are happening with respect to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. It's my understanding that there are some prescriptions that you picked up from your doctor, so I need you to have a conversation with Mr. Curtis immediately today, okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. So I want to make sure you know that, and then I want to hear from you. How are you doing, Mr.
I'm
Mott?
okay. I'm okay.
Okay, what have you been doing to be okay?
I've been doing my AA. I've had a meeting with Miss Tracy Helm. We got through that assessment, and I think that was last Friday. We had the assessment Friday. Y'all told me to get done. She did that Friday.
Okay.
With
Okay, did we
therapist.
get that assessment, Mr.? Well, this is not your case. I'm sorry. All right. So the assessment was done on Friday. I'm certain we'll get an update of any conclusions. We won't see what you told them or anything like that. Okay, we'll just get their recommendations. All right. What else have you been doing, Mr. Mott?
And that's about it.
Okay.
Just trying to make sure I
All right.
make my appointments, and that's about it.
All right. Have you been struggling with any aspect of working the program?
No.
No?
All
right.
It's just that one thing that I told them to check about the tickets. Because I told you 48 District Court was bothering me about having those that thing did when I checked. You told them to check into that, so I can pay the drivers the $125 to get my license reinstated, or just to have that off.
Okay, did you do it?
Y'all didn't take it off yet.
Didn't take off what?
That would be a payment, Judge, to the Secretary of State. The 125 is typically a payment to the Secretary of State.
But they said they can't take my 125 till she addressed my payment of the ticket, addressed the ticket.
Well, you're in specialty court and you're paying on your fines and costs. What I can do is indicate that I will allow you to pay the reinstatement fee at this time. Is that what's going on, Mr. Curtis?
I think we had this a few weeks ago with the Secretary of State. When they have that OWI charge, they must pay off the fines associated with that charge. And then they can go to Secretary of State and get their license.
Oh, wow. Mr. Ficus, were you aware of that?
I don't know if that's a new rule. It's always been the rule that generally you have to pay fines and costs on any ticket before you can pay the reinstatement fee. So I don't know if that's a new rule now, saying a judge cannot allow people to pay the reinstatement fee early. My thought is that is a general rule, but Judge, you can, unless a new rule went into effect, you can allow him to pay the reinstatement fee early. And might I suggest humbly, if you could allow him to do that, and he does it, and he gets his license, then, as Mr. Reed would say, run away from the Secretary of State's office happily with a license in hand. But
there you go.
That's my recommendation, Judge. I didn't hear the new rule.
All right, so Ms. Mack, this is what we'll do on Mr. Mott's case. put in the system that I'm allowing him to pay his reinstatement fees early. Now, Mr. Mott, I don't run the Secretary of State. They determine who gets a license and who does not. I can make recommendations. I can make rulings on your matters that are before this court that may impact your license. But at the end of the day, the Secretary of State determines who gets a license and who does not. And so what I need you to do is try again to get your license. Ms. Mack is going to put it in the system. Try again to get your license. If they say you have to pay the complete ticket, then you've got to get all of your fines and costs paid. But I'm going to have my clerk place in the system that you can pay your reinstatement fine fees early. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right.
And Your Honor, then Mr. Mott would have to come down to pay that $45 fee. He actually has to pay it and then present that evidence to the Secretary of State if there's any question.
All right. So did you hear that, Mr. Mott?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the ball is back in your court.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Mr. Mott, is there anything else that you're having issues or concerns about that the court can
No.
help you with?
That's it, Your Honor.
All right. You're showing up for all of your appointments with Pop-Off?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I need you to do that. Wonderful. All right. Let me hear from Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, is there anything else? I know we talked about a number of things this staff, and you're going to have a conversation with him outside of court, but is there anything else we need to add for Mr. Mott?
Nothing else to add, Your Honor. And so Mr. Mott will be returning to court February 16, 2022 at 8:30.
All right, Mr. Mott, did you get that? February
Yes.
16th,
Yes, ma'am.
2022 at 8:30.
Yes, ma'am. I got it.
All right, very good. Good to see you this morning, Mr. Mott.
Good to see you too.
All right, take care of yourself and make sure you take Mr. Curtis's call today, okay?
Yes, I sure will.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Guys, have a great day.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, are we really ready on Mr. Baruchko?
Yes, Judge, we are.
All right, I'm gonna recall it one more time, I hope. 210-588. Strike that, 210-580-5801. Mr. Baruchko, one more time, state your name.
Jordan Baruchko.
All right, Mr. Fikens, you've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Baruchko. He's missed 2 screens on the 16th and the 25th. And in between those 2 missed screens, he has an adulterated screen on January 19th. What are we doing?
Well, Your Honor, we spent a good deal of time talking about those, and we talked about at least one missed screen in the first time we talked to each other. I think it's part of the same problem, and that is that he needs to demonstrate to this court. First of all, I don't think he's using, but that's the trouble is when I say that, I know what you can easily say back. Well, prove it, because he hasn't been testing. He's missed test. And that's exactly what I told Mr. Baruchko. We need testing in order to demonstrate something that a client already knows in his mind, but has to demonstrate to the court. So it's not just that it's, because everyone would come in and say they didn't use, and many of them could be truthful, but some might not. So we need testing. That's an important aspect. And we talked about that because I think the problem is that he has to take this very seriously. We talked about putting things in phones. We talked about putting notes on the wall. And Mr. Baruchko, I have a note right here, right? I wrote it down this morning. I have a client I have to call, and I wrote it down, and it's in my phone, and I've taken 3 precautions to make sure I call this client this afternoon. And yes, I have to do it at my age, and we have to do it at our age, and you have to do it at your age. And it's important. And if one doesn't work, we keep looking for other opportunities. And other requirements that we need to overcome whatever frailties we have about getting the job done in the right way. And right now I had to do something I don't usually do, write it on my notepad right here. And I tell that to you, Mr. Baruchko, and Judge, I'm sorry, I'm addressing more him than you, because I think that's really the critical problem in this case, is that things aren't getting written down. He told me that, you know, before he goes and tests, he drinks a lot of water. I said, you can't be sloppy in this. Water, any types of liquids can affect the outcome of testing. And it shows to me that he's fighting the system rather than accepting it. We talked about embracing this system, and Mr. Barushko, I know, is willing to do that, to embrace the system, to do what it takes, because I think his heart is in the right place. I think he likes to think he can remember all this stuff, but as was demonstrated by his own words, he missed calling. He thought about it for a little bit, went to work, forgot to call. It was too late by the time, and those things will always happen. You'll always remember 5 minutes beforehand. The car will break down 10 minutes before that. The cat will run away from the house. There's always going to be things that happen, Mr. Barushko, and you have to take the preliminary steps beforehand so you don't get to that point. And it's so important, as Judge, you know, it's important to demonstrate that you're testing negative, not that you're not testing positive. It's important that you demonstrate you're testing negative. And because an adulterated test doesn't show positivity, but it doesn't show negative testing. A missed test doesn't show anything at all. We can presume anything we want from it, Mr. Barushko. And Judge, I wanted to have that conversation with him because he's fairly new to the program, for what I understand. I think he can get this program. I think, as I said, his heart is in the right place, but he's just not taking those steps to embrace it fully and to take those steps to make it happen right. I like him. He's a nice young man. I think he's respectful. Those things, as Mr. Reed would say, go a long way for me. And they go a long way for me as well, Judge. So we do sincerely apologize for missing test. What I'd recommend, Your Honor, is that any sanction this court would be thinking about would be put off so he can have a couple weeks, 3 weeks or so, to demonstrate that he can do this right, that he can make all of his tests, that he can do it right, that it's not adulterated. We went over how to do that, how to sense whether or not you have to go or not. I mean, that's the kind of conversation we had, because I think it's important that he know that. And I think it's important that he does it. So I would recommend that, Judge, that we allow him time to demonstrate to you, because I think his intent is correct, that his heart is in the right place, that he can demonstrate that he can do this program. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. Mr. Curtis, do you have a recommendation with respect to how the court should respond to this?
Your Honor, yes, I do agree that he should have been in today. I thought this was just his first time missing the 2 screens. But I'll just recommend that if he continues to miss screens, that he be brought back in person and he can receive a more than just coming in person for a sanction. But just no, I would say no missed tests or any positive tests within these 30 days, or you have to come in and it'll be more than just coming in person.
And we have no problem with that recommendation, Judge, to monitor for another 30 days to make sure he doesn't. I'd like to see him back on the program. I think Mr. Barushko would have a lot less anxiety if he had 30 days of negative testing. He would know that the program works, and he would know that he has confidence in himself to get the job done. So we have no problem with that recommendation, Your Honor.
All right, and that's exactly what I'll do. I'm going to just give a verbal warning on today. And Mr. Barushko, next time you miss a test or you have an adulterated test, you're gonna have to come down to the courthouse, okay? And then I'll decide what I'm going to do at that moment.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yes, Mr. Curtis.
Mr. Barushko, I know you said you just, a couple weeks ago, you said you were employed. Did you send your schedule yet to Ms. Taylor, or does it vary?
No, I didn't yet. I'll jump right on that though. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this 2 weeks ago about your, getting that schedule to Ms. Taylor. Okay.
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 All right, I need you to do that, Mr. Barushko, today.
Okay.
You can send it in today.
Okay.
All right.
Where do I could send it to Miss Taylor, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right, very good. Now that I'm finished fussing, Mr. Barusco, I heard you're doing some wonderful things with respect to Detroit Recovery Project.
Yeah, actually, a buddy of mine who I go to a meeting with, he came by and asked me if I would do a flyer for them. So I drew up like a really cool flyer with my art ability that I was blessed with. I did some really cool. They really liked it. In fact, they wanted me to come back and do a mural on the back of their building, and they would pay me to do it. So, you know, that's something I would really like to do. And, you know, besides the missed drops, I've been really on my best behavior. You know, I've been, obviously, you know, you need the proof that I've been at work, and you'll get that. But I've been working, I've been going to meetings daily. I've been doing my therapy. I've been keeping up with my doctor appointments. You know, I was given some meds the other day, so I went and picked those up. You know, I'm doing everything. I'm trying my hardest. I really am. You know, I apologize if it comes off differently, and I sure don't mean it for it to. So.
Listen, you are doing a number of great things, and I am very, very proud of you. I was very excited yesterday in staffing when they shared, not only are you showing up to do the things that you're supposed to do in the program as far as the clinical side of it, but that they tapped into a talent that you have. And I think that that's awesome. And so I just want to encourage you to continue to try your best. I believe you that you're trying really hard. Just continue, okay? And you're not going to have any issues with us. Just continue to try, show up and try your best. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. You have any questions for us today, Mr. Barushko?
I do not, ma'am.
No questions? All right. Mr. Curtis, anything else on Mr. Barushko?
Nothing else, Your Honor. And then Mr. Brusco will be returning February 16th, 2022 at 8:30.
All right. Did you get that, Mr. Barushko?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
February 16th.
February 16th at 8:30. Okay, I got it.
All right. Very good. Good to see you today, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Take care of yourself. Thank you. All right, Mr. Curtis, I still have 2 files. It's my understanding Sharkay Walker had to go to work, so she's going to join us at 11 o'clock. And then I also have Miss Line Barger.
Yes, sir, and also Mr. Mitchell.
Okay, let me call all of those cases. 1 second. All right, so let's start with, because I want to close out this docket. Let me start with Santee Gardner. Can I do that? Miss Gardner is up first on page 2, which she's on page 4 of the elongated docket. I have the following for Miss Gardner: U292-66307 and U395-35908. Miss Gardner had not received her assessment at the Wayne County Jail. She is going to return to court. Miss Mack, what date did I give her?
February 23rd at 8:30.
All right, February 23rd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. I also have Mr. Demetrius Love is on my docket. Is he in custody?
No, he's not here.
All right, so I'm gonna call all of these cases, and they are all going to be capious. They're gonna be capious, and he is to be remanded to Judge Holmes. And so I will need you, Mr. Curtis, to prepare that, unless somebody else can do it, but need to prepare all of this for all of the numbers that are on my docket, so that I can get it, sign off on it and get it in the system. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So here are the cases that I have for, I saw a case on there, for Mr. Love. Holloway, and I kept saying Holloway is 1-2. Holloway, and then what's the other name he uses?
Wilson and Love.
Yes. Okay, let me find Wilson on here. Give me 1 second. I see all the Love cases in the Holloway.
He's on page 4 and 5 of the elongated, document.
Oh, and I have him. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right, very good. Let's do it. All of these will be capious and he'll be remanded. He has mental health, severe issues and concerns, and has presented himself as a threat to himself as well as to others. And so we are trying to get him so we can get him the help that he so desperately needs. And so I have the following cases. First, Demetrius Holloway, U399-86017. That's going to be a capious, and then the following cases will be capiouses under the name Demetrius Love, U12213613, U12213913, U12266113, U12266613, U2346315, U87593212, U12220513, U33, strike that, U23346415, U39953617. I also have for Love, U50599219, U56309320, U58100220, U58117820, U85909112, U97755913, U97794313, U97794513. All of those are capious to be prepared by the specialty court team. And then I'll drop down to Demetrius Wilson, same individual. And I have case numbers U55792420, 20044100701. Again, capious. And those are all of the cases for Mr. Love, Mr. Holloway. All right, I am now going to go down to Mr. Epps. I'm flipping over to page 6. I'm closing out the docket. For Mr. Epps, I have Derek Epps. I have U45643518. Mr. Epps is at the Wayne County Jail. I received notification by way of email on yesterday evening that he has been found to be competent and cannot be restored to competency, which gives us a 30-day jurisdictional point to work with him, or marker to work with him. It is my understanding that Ms. Bradley Baskin, the attorney that deals with guardianships, will be notified to start working the guardianship for Mr. Epps immediately. I indicated that the jail did not need to bring him over, as there was nothing that the court could do on today that would change his situation. And so Mr. Epps' matter has been adjourned to Miss Matt, give me that date.
February 9th at 8:30.
February 9th at 8:30 a.m. and I'll see him then. Very good.
Yes, Your Honor, I did reach out to Attorney Bradley Basket this morning. She did email me back, so I will be contacting her today to get some information on Mr. Adams.
All right, and please let her know I have a 30-day window. All right, very good. I have for Mr. Otis Mitchell, case number 210-456-0101. I know that Mr. Mitchell is in a long-term care facility at this time. And so, and I know that Ms. Taylor made the recommendation to relieve him of the specialty court, which doesn't mean that his case just goes away. I need to have a hearing that includes defense, prosecutor, and Ms. Taylor, and we will do that next week. And that way, because Ms. Taylor is out and she has all of the specifics with respect to this matter. And and I'll make a determination as to how we proceed based on the recommendations that I received from the prosecuting attorney as well as the defense attorney. So for Mr. Otis Mitchell, 210-456-0101, I'm going to adjourn him. Next week's date will be February 9th, 2022 at 8, and we're putting them on at 8:35. All of my specialty court cases, or it should be 8:35. I'm sorry, Miss Mack. It should be 8:35. So I could keep them separated from the rest of the docket. All right, I am going to keep going for specialty court. Let's see, I have, who else am I missing? Miss Line Barger. All right, I have Miss Line Barger's case, and that is 210-443-8101. What's going on with Miss Line Barger?
So Miss Weinberg, she is in good spirits, however, so just having some health challenges. But I am in communication with her. She's still, well, I don't want to say too much.
No, that's fine. We talked about it in staffing. Thank you for jarring my memory. We talked about it in staffing. Ms. Line Barger, I'm going to Mr. Barton and Mr. Barton and I'm sorry. I'm going to adjourn Ms. Line Barger's matter, and I am adjourning that date to, did you have a date for her?
Oh, Your Honor, actually today was her face to face.
Right, so let's do her in court hearing.
Okay, so that'll be on the 16th, February 16th, 2022 at 8:35.
There we go. Thank you so much. All right, so Ms. Line Barger, we have that return to court date for her. She's in good shape. Those are all of the matters that I have with respect to these. Who else do I have left out?
I may have just missed it, Judge. Sharkay Walker.
Sharkay is not coming on until 11 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You're in good shape. All right. Is that it for you, Mr. Curtis, other than Sharkay Walker?
Yes, that is all.
All right, then we are in good shape. Make sure Ms. Sharkay gets on at 11. And when I see you, just remind me that I need to do her case, okay?
No problem.
All right, great job, Mr. Curtis. You held it down today.
2 weeks in a row.
He said, don't forget, not just today, 2 weeks in a row. I got it. All right, Miss Wilson, the individuals that are in the waiting room, we can let them in. I am going to start with cases, before y'all start letting everybody in, I'm going to start with the cases where there's retained counsel. I'm gonna do them first, and then we'll bring in defendants that are ready per attorney. I have done my cutoff. Miss Mack is preparing my capias, and so we are moving. I'm going to start with, for the attorneys, Attorney Paul Talinda. Did you have an opportunity to speak with the prosecuting attorney?
Your Honor, good morning. It's just an arraignment for this matter. I'm going to ask to waive the
Is your client, I'm sorry, 1 second, is your client here?
He is, Your Honor. He should be. He's
Give us that name so we can bring him back in.
Alberto Sanchez Alvarez.
Alvarez, okay. Ms. Wilson, if you could bring Mr. Alvarez in, that would be great.
He's not in the room.
Okay, find your client for me, counsel, and then I'll call your case, okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go to defendant Ayasi. Is the attorney Salash available?
On behalf of
Please.
Adele Ayas.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, Albert Sala on behalf of Adele Ayas.
Okay, you're the attorney?
Yes, standing in for the attorney of record, Judge.
Okay, thank you so much. Is the defendant present with you today?
Not with me, Judge, but he should be signed in. He's under Adele Ayas as spelled on my Zoom name.
All right, Ms. Wilson, if you can find that individual as well. I'll be ready. I'm ready to go.
You know, he might be signed in his iPhone. I should call him and let him know to rename.
Okay. Please let them know.
Well, let's see if that's the situation first.
I don't see him in the breakout room.
He's probably not in the waiting room.
I have a K22 in the waiting room.
And I'm gonna disengage. Let's disengage the waiting room because this is it. I'm getting rid of it. What is my cursor do right? All right. Then while the attorneys are looking for their clients, I'm ready to go. Ms. Harris or Mr. Fikens, who's up first?
Go ahead, Ms. Harris.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Everyone in breakout room 1 is ready.
All right, Ms.
Whichever
Wilson,
breakout
let's
room I
bring
was in.
All right, whichever room Ms. Attorney Harris was in, bring them in. Give me those. I'll take those. That's the 2 you pulled out.
Two retired ones, Judge.
Yes. All right.
These are all the people that they gave.
Judge.
I'm just gonna wait till they close.
Yeah, wait till they call. All right, Ms. Harris, there are some people, there's somebody on a K22 with the undershirt on that goes under a shirt. I need you to put your name up, or
Judge,
Ms.
that's
Harris,
my
unless
client.
you know who it is.
I
Judge, that's-
don't.
that's my-
John Agnew, I'm ready on.
All right, very good. Mr. Agnew, if you could unmute for me. I have the following matters. Mr. Agnew has a lot of matters. Can you make sure in the file that they are in order, as with my docket? Because I'm gonna have to stamp them and all of that good stuff. All of that today. How about that? All right, very good. Let's do Mr. Agnew. I have the following: case number SP 122-6247, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SP 122-518-01, counts 1 and 2. Case number SP 122-714-9, counts 1 and 2. Case number SP 122-6990, counts 1, 2, and 3. And then I have case number SP 122-518-03. Counsel, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Cherika Harris, P72832 on behalf of Mr. Agnew. Mr. Agnew, please unmute your device and state your name for the record.
John Agnew.
All right, thank you and good morning. Counsel, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we've discussed the cases before the court. We've discussed his rights. I believe this matter is set for an arraignment. So for purposes of arraignment, my client will stand mute, waive formal reading of the information, and we are respectfully requesting a trial date.
A trial date on all of these matters? I'm not gonna schedule them all together because I'm not gonna have 5 and 6 and 7 officers have to appear in my courtroom.
Your Honor, I believe there's only 2 officers across all of the files. So if the court would be inclined to schedule them all together, it would be appreciated.
Okay, that's fine. If it's just 2 officers, then I don't have an issue with setting all of the matters for trial. Today is the 2nd, right?
If you just vote the date on this one, I don't know, do it on the rest of them.
Okay, just do it on one.
Yeah.
All right, very good. All right, counsel, I am going to enter a not guilty plea. I will get a trial, set a trial date. What type of trial is your client requesting?
A bench trial, Your Honor.
All right, and your client understands his right to a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. I'm going to set all of these matters for a bench trial. Today is the 2nd. I am going to set them for the 18th of February, 2022 at 1:30 p.m. At 1:30, did you get that, counsel?
Mr. Agnew, do you have that date?
I do.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. All right, very good. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you.
right, who are you ready on?
Judge, we're ready
Miss
on
Allen?
AS.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Harris.
You're okay. No.
Go ahead, Mr. Sauer.
The trial for February 18th, there we go, at 1:30 p.m. Got it. All right. Here, let me give this one back to you. You said something up there. Are we ready on which one of the attorneys had their person ready?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Harris, who do you have ready?
Miss Allen?
All right, thank you. Ms. Allen, if you could unmute for me, please. I have the following matter for Tanisha Allen. I have case numbers SB 123-6326, counts 1 and 2. Ms. Allen, state your name for me.
Tanisha.
All right, good morning and thank you. Ms., how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we have discussed the cases before the court. I did have a brief discussion with the prosecutor, Mr. Rosenthal, and he is in agreement with the dismissal as she was able to present proof of registration and insurance.
All right, wonderful. I am dismissing both matters without prejudice with the stipulation of probable cause.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right, the matters are dismissed. Thank you, ma'am, for your patience. You'll get your paperwork in the mail.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Did either of the retained counsels have their clients ready? Speak up, keep moving.
Yes, Judge,
I have a
I
lot
have
of
my
work
client
today.
ready, Adele AS.
All right, Mr. AS does not have his camera on.
Adel, turn on your camera.
I'm gonna keep moving. Did Ms. AS turn on his camera? Nope. Who do you have up next? Ms.
He's got his
Harris?
sound on. He's just got to turn on his camera, Judge. There he
Okay.
is.
Did he turn it on?
Yes, Judge.
All right, wonderful. Then I'm ready on Mr. AS. I have the following matters for him. I have case numbers U620-67221 and 212-963-361. Counsel, your appearance for the record.
Good morning, Judge. Attorney Albert Sala, P83929, on behalf of defendant Adel AS, who is present in the Zoom. Adel, can you state your name for the record?
Yes.
Say your name.
Yeah, sorry. My name is Adel Ayas. My first name ADL. My last name AYASS.
And Judge, we're here for an arraignment today.
Good morning to you, sir. One second. Good morning, sir.
I apologize.
All right, counsel.
Yes, Judge, we're here for an arraignment today. Mr. Ayas has been advised of his rights. He has been advised of the charges pending against him in these matters, and he just wishes to remain mute and waive formal reading of his charges.
Okay, counsel, how you want to proceed from there?
Judge, we want to set this for a pretrial.
Okay, did you have an opportunity to speak with the attorney today?
I'm sorry, the prosecuting attorney?
Yes.
No, Judge, I want to leave that for the attorney of record, Amir Macklid, as today's just for an arraignment.
Okay, no problem. All right, then
Good.
I will set this matter for a pretrial. That pretrial will take place on, it'll take place on February 9th, 2022, and that will be at 9:30 a.m. Anything else for my consideration?
1 week from today at 9:30. Thank you so much, Judge. I hope you stay safe out there.
Okay, you do the same. Thank you both.
Your Honor, if I may, on Mr. Alvarez, he's having a hard time connecting to Zoom with his device. For the purposes of arraignment, could I just waive his appearance and have the court stand in mute and set a trial date for us?
Counsel, have you submitted an appearance for your client?
I have, Your Honor. It's in the file.
Okay.
There's also been a bond posted, and I have received correspondence from the court.
All right, very good. I'll do it for today's hearing, but he needs to make sure that he has.
I've been I've been texting
texting
with him, Your Honor, and he can't seem to get to the screen or navigate the Zoom functions.
Okay, all right, I'll do it for today. So give me 1 second, let me find your client on my docket. I have the following for Mr. Alvarez. I have case number Z 799-052. Counsel, your appearance.
For the record, Paul Talenda on behalf of Mr. Alvarez, date and time set for a arraignment in this matter. Ask the court to waive his appearance for purposes of arraignment. Stand and mute.
Counsel, I'm so sorry. I just looked. This is an arraignment on the bench warrant for an OWI. That means that he has not appeared on times when he should have appeared. Your client must appear today. I
Okay,
cannot waive his appearance.
I'm trying to navigate this for efficiency's sake. I'm gonna get him on here, Your Honor, but bonds posted. Let me, I'm gonna.
All right, I'll come back to you, but I need to see his face. I've got to have a recording of him because, yes, he's on an arraignment for the bench warrant.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll stand by.
All right, thank you. All right, Attorney Harris, what do you have up next? Or
Your
was
Honor,
she
if I may,
finished?
she was gonna let me go, Your Honor, if that's okay with the court.
Oh, absolutely.
I appreciate you and Ms. Harris. Your Honor, so I have up next Miss Monet Adams. Miss Adams, go ahead and come in the screen and unmute yourself. Miss Monet Adams.
Hello.
All right, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yes, yes, yes.
No problem. Thank you, Your Honor.
I have the following matters for Miss Adams. I have case number SP 1207162 and count 2 as well. Someone needs to mute their phone, or that may be Miss Adams.
Miss
She may have
Adams.
children.
Yeah.
All right, it's okay. Miss Adams, let me have you place your name on the record.
Monet Adams.
All right, good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
Okay, how are we proceeding, counsel? Attorney Burton, are you frozen?
Your Honor, did I freeze or was that you guys?
No, that's you.
Oh, Lord, I'm so sorry. I apologize. Your Honor, in this particular case, I think this is a show cause here. So in this case, I've spoken with Attorney APA Rosenthal in regards to this. Miss Adams actually was there on the 31st, January 31st, for case number 217-715-7951, of which case she took a plea that should have included these charges, Your Honor. So I've spoken with APA Rosenthal. He is willing to go ahead and dismiss these 2 counts that she has because she took the plea on the 31st, which was, I believe, 2 days ago, Your Honor. So
All right, is there a stipulation? Go ahead.
Yeah, and she would stipulate the probable cause, Your Honor.
All right, thank you so much. Both of the matters are dismissed without prejudice. Thank you, ma'am. Enjoy the rest of your day and be safe.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
And the next
Your Honor, is there a waiting room? I'm sorry, never mind.
Okay, guys, you guys go ahead and mute yourself, please. All right, the
Please
next
mute
person we have,
yourself.
Your Honor, is Mr. Mario Adams. Sir, you're going to need to be stable. Go ahead and get yourself in camera and then unmute when the judge calls you. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. I have the following matters for Mario Adams. I have case numbers SP 120-6549, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Adams, state your name for me, please.
Mario Adams, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Barton, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. After speaking with APA Rosenthal in regard to Mr. Adams, who had the 3 charges, Mr. Rosenthal is willing to amend the driving while license suspended charge to failure to display, Your Honor, and the other 2 charges would be dismissed.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking in this file for Mr. Adams.
Yep. Mhm.
And I have the matters that are before me, but there are also 3 other matters. Oh, yep, and they're misdemeanors.
Excuse me? Oh, I'm
that
sorry.
are in warrant status for Mr. Adams. So Miss Matt, can you look this up and see? Because I'm not gonna take a plea if he's not kept his word on some other matters.
Understood, Your Honor. I don't see those on the docket, so if you could let me know, I'll try and look them up again.
They're not on the docket, they're in the file.
Okay, I understand.
Oh, he has 3 other matters that are in warrant status, so you're gonna have to get with the prosecutor. I'm not gonna take his word on one thing when he hasn't kept his word on another.
Understood, Your Honor. Should we set a date for him to come back and address all of the issues at once, or do you want to try and do that today? How do you?
You can try to do it today.
Okay.
I mean, since he's here, so he doesn't have to keep coming back. There's Mr. Rosenthal. Good
Okay.
morning, Mr. Rosenthal.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor. Just coming to chime in to see if anything is pending for me, for us, Your Honor.
Yes, we just got a new pending.
Yeah, so Mr.
Yes,
Rosenthal,
sir.
I'll reach out to you about Mr. Mario Adams. He has apparently misdemeanors that are out there, so if we can address that now, in the background, you and I will talk and we'll let the judge kind of keep going.
Yeah, would it be best just to call me on the phone, or?
I'll do that right after this next one. Your Honor, I have one more that we're setting a trial date for, and then I can address with Mr. Rosenthal if that's okay with the court.
That's fine. What's the name?
That is Miss Yolanda Alexander. Miss Yolanda Alex. Oh Lord, where is she? Yep.
Yolanda Alexander?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor, Yolanda Alexander.
No, you have to get in the camera. I have to be able to see you, ma'am.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
There you are. All right, very good. I have case number SP 120909111. Miss Alexander, please state your full name for me.
Yolanda Lachey Alexander.
All right, good morning to you.
Good morning to you as well, Your Honor.
All right, how are we proceeding, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. So at this point in time, the people have made an offer to her, and she would not like to avail herself of that offer, Your Honor. She would like to go ahead and set a trial date where the complaining witness is required to appear.
All right, I'm going to, what type of trial is your client requesting?
She is requesting a bench trial, Your Honor, which would be held in front of you, and she's been made aware of her rights.
All right, very good. I'm going to set the bench trial. That date will be February the 18th, 2022 at 1:30 p.m.
Okay.
Anything else for my consideration?
Nothing else from you, Your Honor. Miss Alexander, you heard the date and time you must show at that point in time, okay?
February 18, 2022 at 1:30 p.m.
Yes, ma'am. Please be
Yes, ma'am.
very punctual. At 1:30, you have to be there, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a great day.
right.
I'm going to go
Thank
ahead and
you.
APA Rosenthal. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're very welcome. All right, who's up next with clients?
Well, I am ready on Jamar Adams.
All right, on Mr. Adams. All right, I have the following matters. For
Yes, ma'am.
Jamar Adams, case number SP 1211567, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Adams, state your full name for me.
Jamar Ryan Adams.
All right, good morning to you, sir. Uh-oh.
Good morning.
Hold up. We've got some other things out here for Mr. Adams. Let me just see. Yes, I have 2 other, one is a civil infraction, one is a misdemeanor. And so we have to look and see what's going on. You want a case number, Miss Matt?
I'm sorry.
He has some other stuff outstanding. P 1234474, counts 1 and 2. Here, I'll give you his file because I'm gonna have to recall it.
Okay.
All right, Miss Attorney Harris, you'll have to get with the prosecutor while he's with, I think Mr. Barton has him.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
So while
Who do we
we're
have up
waiting,
next?
Keyshawn Adams.
All right, another Adams. I need folks to turn on their cameras. I don't call cases if cameras are off. All right, I have the following for Keyshawn Adams, case number 195-01606-1, case number 19701-812, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Adams, please turn on a light where I can see your face.
Okay.
Just stop there. If you stop right there, we can see you. Chair Harris on behalf of Mr. Adams. Mr. Adams, state your name for the record.
Keyshawn Adams.
All right, thank you and good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Your Honor, we've discussed the cases. We've discussed the cases before the court and we've discussed his rights. I've also had an opportunity to discuss with Prosecutor Rosenthal, who has indicated that in order to make to extend an offer, a plea offer to Mr. Adams, he would need to participate in the defensive driving course. We are respectfully requesting a pretrial date and also so that he could have the information provided for the course.
All right, and so he is going to, and there's one matter that's missing in his file. Wait, let me make sure. No, 3, 4. Nope, I'm looking at the wrong Adams. All right, very good. And so what I'll do is I will set this matter for pretrial. And that date, I'm going to put that date on February 25th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. I'm giving your client almost 3 weeks to get the class done. He must complete the defensive driving class before he returns to court on February 25th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
And Your Honor, could he have the information to navigate to that particular course, the website information?
You'll have to get it from the prosecutor. I don't have that right off. Or Miss Mack, do you know the site for the defensive driving?
Yes, hold on 1 second, Judge. It's www.michigandefensivedriving.com.
Did you get that, Mr. Adams?
No, can you say it one more time?
Mr. Adams, I just sent you a chat with the information. It's in the chat. The court reporter just put that in the chat. You have to write that information down. You have to remember, like I told you, take the course, take notes, make sure you can come back and tell what you've learned from the course. You have to be your advocate to help us to help you.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Attorney Harris. All right, thank you, Mr. Adams. Have a good day.
You too.
Get that course done. Don't come back here without that course. You heard your attorney. Don't come back here without that certificate.
All right.
And don't wait until the last minute. Please don't wait until the day before and try to do the course. It will not work.
I'm finna do it right now.
Okay.
He has show cause. The other ticket is a show cause and one is in default.
Okay, so I'm good.
Yes, these are all. He's
So
also.
for the other Mr. Adams, it's good, but here's the thing, Miss Harris, on the other Jamar Adams, you're free to go, Keyshawn Adams. All right, Jamar Adams, he has some other cases. One is in default and one is scheduled for show cause, which means that he didn't show up. I'm not gonna take a plea from him with other matters that he didn't keep his word on. So you may wanna get with the prosecutor on all of those.
Your Honor, he wasn't requesting a plea. He was actually setting for a trial. Thanks.
Okay. Then I'm going to set, if we're gonna do the trial, I'll set the show cause. I'm not gonna take the other one out of default, but I'll set the trial for the one with show cause as well as the two that are before me. How's that?
That works. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. So for Jamar Adams, I am recalling case number SP 121-1567, counts 1 and 2. And I am also calling case number P123-4474, put it on my docket, count 2. And so counsel, how are we proceeding?
Sorry, Your Honor. Respectfully requesting a trial date, Your Honor. He has been fully advised of his rights with regards to the matters before the court. He is waiving his right to jury trial.
All right, wonderful. Then I'm going to set this matter for a bench trial The bench trial date is going to be February 18th, 2022 at 1:30 p.m. Anything else for my consideration? And that's going to
Nothing,
be
Your
for
Honor.
all three matters, not the one that's in default.
Nothing further,
Nothing
Your
else?
Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Adams.
Thank you.
I saw Mr. Barton pop back in. I'm not sure if he wanted to handle that one last matter.
In
Okay.
regards to Mr. Adams, was it? We're Prosecutor Rosenthal is coming down now to just look at the files, Your Honor, just to find out what those misdemeanors were and how we can address it right now.
Okay, very good. I just wrote up one and you can put the trial date on the others. Thank you so much. All right, very good. Who do we have up next?
Mr. Barton, did you have one ready?
No, I apologize. I think I'm done. The only person we had was that phone number at the bottom who never.
I can't assist someone on a telephone. They would have to come down to the court at 4:00. They don't have Zoom capability. And they would have to come down to the court.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Your Honor. I just was going to say, and I have not spoken to that person, so I have no way of knowing what's going on.
So, Mr. Barton, what I would do is get that phone number, call it, and see if you can get that person and let them know either they have to Zoom in or they have to come down to the court. And it's 10:55. They should have been coming down to the court early this morning.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Will do.
Your Honor, I am ready on Eric Anderson.
All right, let's do Mr. Anderson. Give me a second. Let me find him. You don't have a file? Okay. All right, very good. All right. I have the following for Mr. Anderson. I have case number SP 119-00651. Mr. Anderson, please state your name. Unmute for me, Eric Anderson, and state your name.
I'm sorry, Eric Anderson.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Anderson. I was able to discuss this matter with Prosecutor Rosenthal. He would be agreeable to a dismissal based on a discussion that we did have. However, Mr. Anderson would need to provide a police report number to the court so that that can be enclosed with the file. Mr. Anderson, please provide that information.
Okay, 1 second, please. I'm sorry.
I told you to have that ready. Okay, could you put that in the chat?
I got it. I got it right now. The police report number.
Do you have a police report number, sir?
Yes, I do. It is 210-8300-399. Do I need to repeat it?
So, no, I think I'm good. Okay. 210-830-0399. And so now that there is a police report number, Mr. Rosenthal, are you good with the dismissal?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Rosenthal for the People, PA 4807. Yes, along with the police report, I will dismiss for valid documentation, Your Honor.
All right. So I want to make sure he just gave a number. I don't know if you have a report. Are you good with dismissing today?
I am, Your Honor. Miss Attorney Harris, did you see
Yes.
the actual police report?
I did not see the police report. I believe he has it on his device. He gave me the number and information.
Yeah, I'll have to see. I mean, me or you, but preferably me. If I can, it's sent to my email, the actual report, I can dismiss, Your Honor. I thought it was already.
If you are able to join Zoom and place your email in the chat, I can have him email that to you right away.
Yep, I will. Yep.
Or I will have Miss Wilson. Can you place the email address in the chat? What's your email address, Mr. Rosenthal?
Yes, Your Honor. It's going to be Matthew.Rosenthal, MATTHEW.ROSENTHAL @DetroitMI.gov. The only difference in the beginning is just Matthew.Rosenthal. Thank
All
you,
right.
Your Honor.
Did you get that? Is Detroit
Yes, I have it.
spelled out or it's just DET?
It's Detroit, Your Honor. It's Detroit, MI, all one word, no spaces.
But is Detroit spelled out?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's Detroit MI. I thought I saw DET.
DetroitMI.gov.
Okay,
Thank
maybe
you,
I
Your
didn't.
Honor.
All right, very good. So let's do that and I'll have to recall him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll have to recall him. All right, very good. Who do we have up next?
Miss Allen, Marquila Allen.
All right, Miss Allen.
Yes.
Give me a second. All right, yep, I got it. Oh, this is beautiful, right? SP 4610631 and also case number 144653501. Miss Allen, state your full name, please.
Marquila Renee Allen.
All right, thank you, ma'am. How are we proceeding, counsel?
Your Honor, we have discussed the cases before the court. In her right, she is going to enter a plea. There is a recommendation from the city to dismiss the case with the prefix 1-4, and she would enter a plea on the remaining matter, which is the no operator's license.
All right, is that your understanding, Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down, and Ms. Harris, you may proceed.
Ms. Allen, did we discussed your rights today? Is that correct?
Hold on 1 second. Somebody is moving. Please turn your camera off. That is disruptive to the courtroom. Please turn your camera off. Thank you so much. You may continue. Ms. Harris.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Allen, we discussed your rights this morning, including your right to have a trial on these matters. Is that correct?
Yes.
We discussed you did have the option of having a trial by judge or by jury. Is that correct?
Yes.
And knowing all of this information, it is your decision to waive your right to a trial and enter a plea today?
Yes.
And no one forced you or promised you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Your Honor, we are ready to proceed.
You may proceed with the factual basis.
Your Honor, could I have the date? On the date and time of the offense, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And you were stopped and asked for a driver's license?
Yes.
Were you able to present a valid driver's license?
No.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. I'm accepting your plea of guilty. I am I'm not going to dismiss, and this is for the courtroom if you're entering a plea on today. I am not doing dismissals until fines and costs are paid in full. Ms. Mack, I will be adjourning for dismissal and adjourning for payment. And so please make sure that you pay on the date and time that you tell this court you're going to pay. Otherwise, you'll be right back in the same boat that you were in on today at 8:30 when you arrived. All right, what do you want to tell me, Attorney Harris, about your client before sentencing?
Respectfully request leniency in terms of any fines and costs imposed by the court.
All right, very good. This was an arraignment on the bench warrant. And so I am going to assess our costs in the amount of $200. The fine will be $50. The total amount owed is $250. Ms. Allen, when can you get it paid?
In about 3 weeks.
All right, I'm going to adjourn for dismissal. And that adjournment date will be, you said 3 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll set the matter for February 23rd, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. That's for your matter to get dismissed as well as for your payment. If you fail to pay by that date, you do need to show up in court on that day. Failure to show up in court is going to just put you right back in the same place. And so get it paid as quickly as possible. And then if you can't get it paid, you have to show back up in court. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Who do we have up next?
Miss Autry, we are ready on that one. I think it's Miss.
Okay. Give me a second. I am ready on Miss Autry. I have the following matters: SP 123-79841, SP 123-795, counts 1 and 2. Miss Autry, please state your full name for the record.
Lorraine Ramona Autry.
All right, good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, counsel, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we've discussed the cases and she has been fully advised of her constitutional rights. She is waiving her right to trial and entering a plea pursuant to the recommendation. Is that correct, Ms. Autry?
Yes.
Okay. And the recommendation is that she would plead guilty to driving while license suspended, and the charge would be amended to failure to display, and that the remaining matters would be dismissed without prejudice with the stipulation of probable cause. Counsel, is that accurate?
That is accurate, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Autry, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Thank you. Counsel, you may proceed as to constitutional rights and then factual basis.
Ms. Autry, you were advised today of your right to have a trial on these matters. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you do understand that that trial could have been by judge or by jury. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you would have had the opportunity to cross-examine any witnesses or evidence presented. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you are waiving your right to have a trial on these matters and or a formal hearing. Is that correct?
Correct.
And no one promised you or forced you to do that. Is that correct?
Correct.
And so on the date and time of the offense, you were operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And you were stopped by police officers. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you were asked to present a valid driver's license.
Correct.
Were you able to do so?
No.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
I'm satisfied as well. I'm accepting your plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to failure to display a valid operator's license, and I'm ready for sentencing.
And Your Honor, we would respectfully request leniency in terms of any fines and costs imposed by the court. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Today was the date set for arraignment. I'm going to assess our costs in the amount of $195. The fine I will set at $25. The total amount owed is $220. How quickly can you get that paid, ma'am, so you can get your other matters dismissed?
February the 25th.
All right, I'll adjourn it to pay to February 25th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. If you can't get it paid, you must appear in court. I'm also adjourning your matters for dismissal. That will happen on February 25th, 2022, also scheduled for 10:30 a.m. Anything else for my consideration?
Nothing
If not,
further, Your Honor.
thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm ready. All right, counsel, who do we have up next?
Your Honor, I believe that is all. I'm just waiting on Mr. Anderson's matter, but I believe if someone else may have checked in.
No, they didn't check in today for my docket. I don't have an 1108 docket. I don't, I'm sorry.
There is someone listed as
All right.
Barbie? Miss Barbie?
Oh, they might be their government name. Let me stop. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know what to tell them. Whoever it is that just checked in, you need to everybody needs to turn on their camera so I can know what I'm working with. Cause I'm getting ready to wrap up. Everybody needs to turn on your camera. I don't know who Barbie is. And so Barbie, I'm gonna ask you to put your government name in your device if you're able to, or put it in the chat so that someone can put it in your device on the tagline for you. There's also an attorney call that's on. I'm gonna ask you to turn on your camera. I wanna make sure that you're in the right place. There's also someone on a telephone. Mr. Barton, I asked that you would give them a call. Did you give them a call, Mr. Barton? Because I can't service them on a telephone. Someone with the last 4 digits of 1809. Is Barbie Sharkay Walker? I don't know. All right. Who is doing Mario Adams' case? Well, Mario Adams is not even on the screen. All right. Is that the case where we're waiting on the police report? Miss Harris, do you know if you all have received that yet?
Mr. Rosenthal, have you received the information from Mr. Anderson? I thought he was on screen a minute ago.
I'm here. I'm reviewing it right now, Your Honor.
Okay, wonderful.
Mhm.
That's fine. Let me know when you all are ready to go. And then I need for whoever is on with Barbie. And then what's going on with Eric Anderson? Didn't we just do him?
That is the one where Mr. Rosenthal has to review the information.
Right. What's going on with Mario Adams? That's the one where they needed to make offers on other matters?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And that should take care of everyone other than there's somebody on with 020M19. No idea who you are.
So he's saying that he's gonna, as long as he pleads to this, these will be dismissed per the city's, plea.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, thank you. Who's this for?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may.
Mario Adams.
For Mario Adams,
Yes.
I incorporated the offer to complement all 6 counts. We can only do 3 on my portion, but you do have the memorandum of the other 3 that are in warrant status, Your Honor. That's why I wrote the offer the way I did.
All right, so your client is going to plead on which one? Let me place the case numbers on the record. 1 second, because I thought I had it. Give me a second. Case number, and then I need to find them. Give me 1 second.
Mario Adams is on page 7, Judge.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So for Mr. Adams, what I had on my docket was SP 1206549 counts 1, 2, and 3. And then also Mr. Adams has P 1009447 counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Adams, I need you to state your name again.
Mario Adams.
All right, thank you. And so, Mr. Rosenthal, what is the agreement from the people? Mr. Rosenthal?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Matthew Rosenthal for the people, P84807. We are amending 2 of the accounts.
I'm sorry, hold on. Somebody is on here, not muted. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Rosenthal.
Yes, Your Honor. So SP 120659491 and SP 120659492. We're amending both those counts and dismissing SP 120659493. For count 1 and count 2 of the ticket, Your Honor, we're going to amend count 1 to FTD, a fail to display, and count 2 is going to be improper plates from no insurance, Your Honor.
All right.
The other 3
good. And then
tickets, our state,
Yes.
and then through your memorandum, Your Honor, you can address those, I believe.
So through the memorandum, they can be dismissed. Is that correct? Counsel, defense counsel.
Yes, Judge.
All
I
right,
didn't
very
mean to call
good.
Mr. Barton if he's on, but I'll fill in. Yes, Judge. Pursuant to the memorandum of understanding, we'd ask for those dismissals, assuming the court accepts the plea.
All right, very good. Let me have you, Mr. Adams, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Fikens. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, you understand that in these matters, all 6 matters, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you would wish to give up that right to a trial on those matters and enter a guilty plea on 2 of the matters today, correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised anything to get you to plead guilty today?
No, sir.
You understand the 2 charges you're pleading guilty to will be reduced if the court accepts your plea. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you will stipulate the probable cause for the dismissals of the other matters if the court accepts that plea. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to the constitutional waiver. May I do a factual basis?
Yes, you may.
Sir, on the date and time of this incident, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes, sir.
And you were stopped by a police officer, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And when asked to produce a valid license and valid insurance, you neither have valid license nor valid insurance, correct?
Yes, sir.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I am accepting your plea of guilty. As to count 1, I'm amending the charge to failure to display a valid operator's license. As to count 2, I'm amending the charge to improper plates. For the remaining 4 matters where the recommendation was made for dismissal, I am adjourning those matters for dismissal until fines and costs are paid in full. And so I'm ready for sentencing. Is there anything that I need to know about Mr. Adams prior to sentencing?
No, Your Honor, I do know that he's been patient and these 3 cases came up. While I didn't speak to him, I know that Mr. Barton did, and he was certainly cooperative, and I'm glad we reached a very good result for Mr. Adams, Your Honor. He might need some time to pay.
All right, very good. I am ready for sentencing. I am assessing the cost one time. I'm going to assess it as to count 1 of the matter that he pled guilty to that's been amended to failure to display, and I'm assessing the cost at $250. I will assess that fine at $50, so that the amount owed to date on count 1 is $250. For the matter that I amended to improper plates, I'm assessing the fine at $50. So he'll owe $50 on that particular matter as well. Mr. Adams, when can you get these paid? Both of them.
So it's gonna be 300, Your Honor, right?
Well, no, not if you've been in default or anything like that. I don't know if you have been, but if you have some warrant costs or what have you, you're gonna have to pay that as well.
Can you tell me how much everything costs?
You can call the clerk and get that amount. I need a date for when you can get everything paid.
Can you give me a month, because I don't know how much it costs. I mean, I got to call the court.
That's fine. I can certainly give you a month to get it paid. And so this is what's going to happen. I am going to adjourn your dismissals as well as your payment to Wednesday, March 2nd. (2022), and that's going to be at 10:30 a.m. If you get with the clerk and find out that you can get it paid earlier, then by all means do that. And then you can come back on the docket and we can get your dismissals in the system, okay?
Okay, you said March 2nd at 10:30?
Yes, sir. You need to get it paid before that date and time.
Okay, before March 2nd.
Yes, sir, before March 2nd.
Got
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Thank you so much. Look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Judge, just so the
All
record is
right.
clear, we would stipulate the probable cause for those dismissals, ask the court to accept the memorandum of understanding for the dismissals of the other three.
Certainly, I will do that, Mr. Fikes. Thank you. Your motion is granted. And again, I will dismiss it on March 2nd as long as your client gets everything paid before that date.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. All right. Have we reviewed the matter on Eric Anderson?
Yes, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed.
Okay, let me do that one and then I'll be ready on your matter. All right, so for Mr. Anderson, I have SP 119-00651. Counsel, how are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Matthew Rosenthal for the people, P84807. As of right now, after viewing the documentation of the police report that was sent in, we're going to move to dismiss the one count for registration for Mr. Anderson.
All right, wonderful. I am Ms. Counsel Harris. Is that with a stipulation of probable cause?
We do stipulate, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Anderson. Thank you for your patience. Your matter is dismissed without prejudice.
All right, thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. I still see Ms. Walker is on. There's an attorney that's on, and there's somebody with 020M19. I don't know who that is. Somebody text them, inbox them, whatever you all do on Zoom. I need to know who they are so that I'm able to assist them. Otherwise, I'm wrapping up my docket and I'm gonna be real comfortable that I gave them every opportunity to make themselves known so I could take care of their matters. All right, with that, I am going to go to Sharkay Walker. Ms. Walker, I need you to turn on your device for me, your camera, please. Ms. Walker. Good morning, Ms. Walker.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine. I had
Oh my, you
training.
look so much better today.
Thank you.
All right. Are you at work, Ms. Walker?
Yeah, I'm at training, but she didn't call my break yet, so I was waiting on them to get out the bathroom if I can have the bathroom alone.
That's okay. I just appreciate you getting on today, okay, Ms. Walker? Let me place your case numbers on the record. I have the following for you. I have case number U617-64621 and Z807-2191. State your full name for me, Ms. Walker.
Sharkay Alicia Walker.
All right, Ms. Walker, I'm glad that you're back with us. You ready to work? You got to turn on that camera. Turn on that camera, ma'am.
Yes.
You ready to work this program, Ms. Walker?
Yes.
Okay, you tired of running?
Yes, I really am. Yes. I can't do it. I
If
can't do it no more.
All right, well, if you tired of running, I'm tired of chasing you. Let's do it. So let's just go on and work the program, okay?
Yes.
All right, what have you done since you've been out and free to move around?
I've been talking to my therapist and doctor. I don't want to get her name wrong.
Nope, you don't have to. Ms. Walker?
Can you hear me?
No, you said you've been talking to your therapist. What else have you been doing?
Dropping twice a week. Getting my meds, my sleeping meds, because I haven't been getting enough sleep. So
okay.
And I've been trying to get me a little in Chrysler and stuff like that.
All right. Look at you, Miss Walker. You in good shape, aren't you?
Yes.
All right. I want you to stay in good shape, Miss Walker. Do the right thing, okay?
Yes.
So look, I know you're in training. I'm not going to keep you today, but you're going to have to come back on at some point so that we can sit and work through some things we'll staff so I can get information as to what's going on with Miss Walker, okay?
Yes.
No issues to report. She is meeting with her therapist. She is drug screened, and also no issues with her GPS test. And I just had to complete the home visit with her. She didn't receive her schedule yet from Chrysler, So just waiting on that, and then Officer E and I will, and Mr. Griffin will give you the home visit.
All right, so they are going to get an opportunity to do the home visit. Very good. All right, do you have any questions today, Ms. Walker?
I was just wondering, like, when I do get my shifts and stuff, I know I gotta work out how to, drop. I gotta drop twice a week. I know that, but it's just for part-time. So they said part-time. But right now,
Yep, so you should be able to test. Now, Ms. Walker, we'll work with you. You're gonna have to make some sacrifices, but we'll work with you, okay?
Yes.
Because I want you to have that job.
Yeah.
Okay?
Me too. Yes.
All right, but you still gotta take care of yourself, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All
right, very good. What's next for Ms. Walker?
So Ms. Walker will be returning February 16th, 2022 at 8:35.
All right, did you hear that, Ms. Walker?
You said February 16th?
February 16th at 8:35 a.m. and it'll be on Zoom, okay?
8:35, yes.
All right, very good. Do well, Ms. Walker. I'm proud of you and I'm glad to see you looking better and doing better.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay, I think that's everybody. I think there's one other, on this OWI, his client, I haven't seen him, but I'm ready to proceed. Let me get my KPSs, please. I'm gonna sign off on them first, and then I'm going to call them. And then we'll be wrapping up, you all. I do need a second. I've been sitting in one place all morning. So if you all could give me an opportunity to just stretch out for a minute, I'd appreciate it.
So you have to get out the bed. Mr. Omar, have you spoken with an attorney?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Alvarez, I can see you. Can you hear us and see us?
There we go. Mr. Alvarez? I think you can, no, can't hear a shit. Ms. Harris, did you talk to Omar Almadaji? Mr.
I
Burton?
did not.
Did you talk to Omar Almadaji, Mr. Burton?
No, sir, I have not, but I can go ahead and.
No, I'll do it. He said he talked to an attorney. I didn't think he talked to anybody.
No, I can do it though. I mean, I haven't spoken to him. We would have to ask Ms. Wilson to put us in a breakout room if possible.
Does he have a retained counsel? Is that maybe what he was referring to?
Could be. Sir, Mr. Almadaji, unmute yourself.
Yes.
Do you have your own attorney?
Yeah.
Is he coming today?
No.
That might present a problem.
You might want to call him and, well, I don't want to tell you what to do, but did they tell you why they would not, or did you have a plan for them not appearing today with you, sir?
Who?
Your attorney. Do you have an attorney that you? Do you have your own attorney, sir, or do you?
No,
so
I
you
don't have. I don't have
okay.
one.
Okay.
Yeah,
You need an attorney.
Oh, I don't know what is that.
Okay. Do you need an interpreter? Is English your first language, sir?
Arabic first language.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll get you an interpreter. So we'll probably have to set a date for you to come back with an interpreter. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So hang on one second. We'll ask the court staff to set up the interpreter for you, or should we have him call the court directly? I'm not sure. To get a new date?
Well, no, we need the court we'll need the judge for that. He needs to stay back. He came late. He came late, Mr. Barton, so.
Understood. Appreciate it. So just hang tight, sir. You can go ahead and mute yourself till the judge comes on.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
And I apologize, Mr. Barton. I sort of took over your client there. I didn't know if you.
Thank you, brother. No, I apologize to you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right. I saw your message last night, Mr. Barton, about the squares. That was funny. That was your response to that.
I died laughing. Real quick, I just want to point out that Miss Harris has double the amount of children that I have at least, and hasn't flinched one time. Said I'm on and off camera, grabbing stuff, putting out fire. She hasn't flinched one time. That's a real parent right there.
My kids are older than yours, though. Remember, my oldest is 9.
I ascribe to your level, ma'am. That's all I'm saying.
You just got to give them the look and you point off camera, like.
And the off camera point.
Men can't do that.
I try. It doesn't work. I gotta do the dad thing, but I can't do it in court. It's the hey, and then everybody just.
That is classic dad thing. You are absolutely right. I'm like, hey, chill.
That's literally.
I just put up my hand. See, I just do this.
See, we can't do that. If I do that, my son comes and punches it.
Yeah.
He thinks we're fighting.
They can read my face and I can never change my face and they just know. They know. Funny story that just happened here is someone was hiding under blankets. She's 8.
I'm dead.
And the kid who was gonna run and jump because he just saw a pile of blankets didn't know.
How did it end? That's like,
I heard screaming. So that's when I finally got up out of my chair. I was like, oh, but I laughed. I was like, let your dad handle that. 'Cause it was just like, you thought that was a good idea? Like, why?
I just want to say.
So then we calling for an interpreter.
Excuse me, attorneys, what type of interpreter do we need for Mr. Omar?
He needs an Arabic
What's the
interpreter.
language?
He needs an Arabic.
Okay, let me,
Yes, ma'am.
let me see if I can get one.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Well, hold on now. I don't know if you're gonna be able to get it today, cause my man, he just came in today. But perhaps for whatever date the judge assigns him, I don't know how this works. But anyway, don't let me stop you from what you're doing. I'm just learning from you, Miss Mac. So go ahead. Court started.
We're just gonna stay in our square. Just stay in our square.
Yeah, right here.
Our Zoom square. We're good.
My 2-step right here. It's me. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we've been back to more important things than the law. We've been looking for this shoe for about 6 months, and we just found it, and now he doesn't wear that size anymore.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm curious. What was the shoe? I'm sorry. I just want to know.
Man, listen, I don't buy expensive shoes for my kids. I bought we do hand-me-downs. I'm good with that. I bought him a pair for his gym shoes, some Nikes, and he lost them. Actually, what happened was the baby put it in a bin somewhere that was far away, and we packed it up and couldn't find it. We just found it 6 months later. So technically, he didn't lose it, but it was lost. In fact, lost. Yeah. So anyway, but he can't. We'll keep it for the next kid, so that now he can wear those shoes.
And I'm like, oh, another kid?
No. I mean, he's there. He's the oldest, and then the other one. I'm good. I'm all right.
4 is a good number. I just want to throw that out there.
I commend you for that. That's amazing. Really.
Honestly, 6 could be a good number, but
Oh, all right. Well, I mean,
Okay.
all of mine have.
Ms. Mack? Go ahead.
Yes, excuse me, attorneys, as you talk about your children and shoes and things.
This is important stuff.
They are getting me an interpreter, so I'm just waiting for them to give me a name, so just momentarily, please.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Yep.
Thank you.
So you don't want to hear about our kids, or you do want to? I don't know. No, I'm just.
I mean, all of YouTube is probably finding this very interesting right now.
I would think it's rather interesting. I just thought lawyers were robots. So.
Just breaking it up and giving them a little entertainment. It's cool.
Right. Just won't. I'm still on the pile of clothes. Anyway. It's like when you saw it, you knew something was gonna happen. Hey, give me 1 second, guys.
That was a mistake, attorney. Sorry about that.
No
Ms.
problem.
Harris and Mr. Fikens, that was a mistake.
No problem, Ms.
No
Wilson.
worries. Thank you.
I just opened them back up in case we need to go into a
Yeah,
break.
we gotta find him.
Okay, so, Ms. Wilson, it should be a Sarah Asmar for the interpreter. She may log in.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, fix the camera, you know I'm not doing. You ready, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. All right, court is back in session. Thank you for your patience. I am ready to proceed. Ms. Wilson, I'm going to start by having you place the interpreter, Ms. Asmar, and an attorney, as well as the defendant who's requiring an interpreter in a breakout room. If you could do that at this time. And then counsel, for Alvarez, I am ready to call your case. Are you ready to proceed?
We are ready, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, very good. Ms. Wilson, let me know when you're ready.
Your Honor, could I have the court unmute Mr. Alvarez? I think he was having some problems with the audios portion.
I just sent him an ask to unmute. He still has to respond. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I did the wrong person. I may have done the wrong person. Okay.
Mr. Alvarez, can you hear us? Can you unmute?
Yeah, I'm muted.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm ready,
All
Your Honor.
right, very good. Let me place the case number on the record again. I have case number Z799052. Counsel, your appearance again for the record.
For the record, Your Honor, Paul Talend on behalf of Mr. Alvarez. We do consent to having this hearing proceeding by Zoom. Date and time set for an arraignment. We'll waive the formal reading, stand mute, ask the court to set a personal bond and set a trial date for us.
Okay, counsel, let me have your client place his name on the record for me. Mr. Alvarez, your entire name?
My name is Alberto Sanchez Alvarez.
All right, thank you, and good morning to you. All right. Counsel, your client, you indicated had already posted a bond, is that correct?
We have, Your Honor.
Okay, and how much of a bond has your client posted?
It was a $100 bond, Your Honor.
Okay. I am going to set aside the warrant with respect to this matter, and I am going to set this matter for pre-trial. Mr. Rosenthal, I'm gonna bring it back for pre-trial, but I'm gonna bring it back rather quickly. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
That pre-trial date will be February 11th, 2022, and that will be at 9:30 a.m. Anything else for my consideration?
That'll do it, Your Honor. I appreciate it. We'll see you then.
Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you, Mr.
Thanks.
Alvarez.
Mr. Alvarez, we'll talk soon. Thank you.
And it's set for pretrial, Your Honor. Is it just for documentation, or was there a reason going behind pretrial?
Did you all want to set it for trial?
No, Your Honor, no. I was just, it's fine. I'll come check it's fine, Your Honor. I was just wondering.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Alvarez, we'll talk soon.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I am ready to call the capias, the remainder of my docket. Please make sure if I've missed something that you all let me know. My show cause hearing date, what date did I say?
2/16 at 9:30.
Will be February 16, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. I have the following matters that will be scheduled for show cause. The first one is for Darius Adams, U593-86521. For James Adams, U617-73221. For Tiana Adams, SP1217760, counts 1 and 2. For Tiana Adams, SP1217761, that will be scheduled for, I'm sorry, that is going to be a default judgment. For Angela Alexander, SP1217401, that will be a show cause. For Angela Alexander, SP1217403, 1, counts 1, 2, and 3. All of those matters will be default judgments. For Christiana Alexander, case number SP121-75921, show cause SP121-75821 and SP121-75822. Those will be default judgments. For Ibrahim Al-Guhim, SP1204386, counts 1 and 2, both will be show causes. For Alonzo Allen, U61770721, show cause. For David Allen, case number SP121-82311, SP121-8227, counts 1, 2, and 3. For the matter ending in 311, that will be a show cause. For the remaining 3 matters for Mr. Allen, those will all be default judgments. For Elmer Allwood, U605012221, show cause. Sidney Anderson, SP 1218036, counts 1, 2, and 3. All 3 matters will be show cause. For Sidney Anderson, SP 1218081, that will be a default judgment. For Rashad Andrews, case numbers SP 1218198, counts 1, 2, and 3, show cause. And then for Rashad Andrews, SP 1218179, counts 1 and 2, default judgments. For DeAndre Armstrong, SP 121-76061, show cause. For Sean Corey Avery, SP 1219839, counts 1, 2, and 3. Those will all be set for show cause. For Diamond Henry, SP 119-42301, default judgment. I have already placed the Holloway and Love matters in. They should have been, you should have received the capias from Mr. Curtis. Do I have that?
I have not received that yet.
Okay, can you call Mr. Curtis? Let him know I need that right now for all of those cases. Wonderful. All right, and that also includes Wilson on page 5. I am now turning over. Wait. I have to go back. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't skip anything, right? Nope, I did not. Okay, let's keep going. I'm on page number 6, and I'm at 9:00 a.m. I have a Christian Aganaga, case number SP 1199339, counts 1 and 2. That will be capias with the bond set at $25 cash or surety. For Angelique Allen, case number SP 119975, counts 1 and 2, capias with the bond set at $25 cash or surety. For James Allen, case number SP 11979661, $50 cash or surety for the bond. For Erica Anuziquez, watch that. Case number SP 1190656, count 1 is leaving the scene of a pedestrian accident. That capias bond will be set at $300 cash or surety. For count 2, the bond will be set at $25 cash or surety. For Denitra Armstrong, case number SP 1200098, counts 2 and 3. capias will issue bond is set at $50 cash or surety as to each matter. For Jessica Abdal, SP 116-65941, bond is set at $25 cash or surety. For Ali Abdullah, SP 115-44051, personal bond. For Ashraf Abu Zara, SP 116-04491, that will be a personal bond. For Dewan Adams, SX 382-27661, capias with a personal bond. For Daryl Adams, SP 109-49031, that is an arraignment on the bench warrant. I need a capias for that. He will not get another show cause. So I need that file. Capias will issue and the bond will be set at $25 cash or surety. So could you pull Mr. Adams' case for me? All right, very good. For Dwayne Adams, case number SP 121-94231, his matter is going to be adjourned to February 15, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. because he has other matters scheduled for that date and time. I have for Gary Adams, SP 1148672, counts 1, 2, and 3. All capias and the bond will be a personal bond. For Maria Adams, Case number SP 111-94561. Bond is set at a personal bond. For Dacia Adolphus Young, SP 121-5650, counts 1 and 2, personal bond. For John Agnew, I thought we had Mr. Agnew today.
We did, Judge.
Yeah, he got it.
We did.
What was his date? Mr. Agnew is coming back. SP 115508881. Let's put everything together. Isn't he coming back for a trial?
Yes, Judge.
He
I will
is, Your
schedule
Honor.
this matter for a bench trial as well. What was his bench trial date?
It was, 2 weeks from.
Does anybody remember?
Was it February 18th?
Yes.
Yes, that's my bench trial date, February 18, 2022 at 1:30 p.m. Thank you so much. All right, I have, is that who I have? No. I have for Ali Al Hussein. I didn't have his KBS though. See if I have one. It should be case number SP 115574881. That should be a personal bond. See if I signed off and just failed to cross it off on my list.
Okay.
Ali Al Jabri, case number SP 121583331, personal bond. For, did we do Al Madaji? No, that's who's coming up.
Correct.
All right, what about Al Muhafar?
Yes, that's the last one you did.
Yes, SP 115053321, personal bond. For Latosha Al Sami, SP 1210761, personal bond. For William Aldridge, SP 1211791, personal bond. For Jermaine Alexander, SP 1211355, counts 1, 2, and 3. All 3 will be capious with the personal bond. For Keone Alexander, SP 1204481, operating with drugs, that bond is going to be set at $100 cash or surety. For Ariana Allen, SP 1206922, counts 1 and 2, personal bond. For Bernard Allen, SP 1165819, counts 1 and 2, personal bond.
He was here. He had an attorney. He got a date.
No, he didn't get a date from me.
I think he had a date.
No, ma'am.
And I pulled his file.
Okay, check and see, but no,
Okay. All right.
I have him down for a capious with the personal bond as to both matters.
Okay.
All right, for Marquila Allen. Marquila Allen is 144653501 and
Your Honor?
SP4. Yes,
We did that one.
Yes, we did.
we did Marquila Allen.
Yes, we did.
Yes,
Yes,
we
Your
did.
Honor.
I'm sorry, it's highlighted. My apologies. Let me keep going. My apologies. All right. I have for Bashar Al Marisi, SP 1201077, counts 1 and 2. That will be show cause. All right. For Jerome Anderson, case numbers SP 1211848, counts 1, 2, and 3, personal bond. For Marius Anderson, SP 1215561, that is going to be a show cause. For Edie Asensio, case number SP 1216982, that will be a show cause. And for SP 1216981, a default judgment. For Samuel Ash, case number SP 1212765, counts 1, 2, and 3, all will be personal bonds. And then for the 1030, Hazam Ali, SP 1235704, counts 2 and 3, Well, count 2 will be a show cause, and then count 3 would be a default judgment. For Anthony Allen, case number 204137052, did Anthony Allen pay?
No, ma'am.
And what is the amount?
$250.
All right, Capias, first of all, we're going to reinstate, let me get that, his file. Reinstate original charge. And then I am going to Capias, and the bond will be set at $250 cash or surety, which is what is owed to this court. So let me get that file. And then for Ali Al-Mudala, case number SP 104-75261, did he pay?
Yes.
All right, very good. Then we're going to close that particular case. All right, very good. Are we ready on the remaining matter with the interpreter?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, very good. I am ready on case number SP 122-71641. Let me have the interpreter please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret the words as spoken by the parties during today's matters and that you will do so completely and accurately without any additions or deletions, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Uh-oh, I can't hear you. Oh, there you go.
I do, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Please state your name as well as your qualifications.
Sarah Asmar, Michigan Supreme Court, Arabic Qualified Interpreter.
Thank you so much for joining us on such a short notice. I appreciate it. All
You're
right.
welcome.
Let me have the defendant please state your name for the record.
اذكر اسمك الكامل لأغراض السجلات.
عمر مختار المدهجي.
عمر مختار المدهجي.
Right. How are we proceeding, Mr. Fikens?
Your Honor,
سيد فايكن شلون تحب نستمر في الأمر؟
first, we want to thank the court for hearing us, the interpreter for coming on such short notice, and your staff for being so helpful.
نشكر المحكمة ونشكر كذلك المترجمة اللي ظهرت بأمر بسيط جدا، بأمر قريب جدا، ونشكر ملاحظة هذه القضية.
شكرا جزيلا.
There is a recommendation from the people to dismiss this matter for compliance.
هناك توصيات من الادعاء العام أنه نسقط هذه القضية.
We join in that recommendation.
احنا كذلك نطلب هذه الأخذ بهذه التوصيات.
And we stipulate the probable cause for the stop.
واحنا همنا ننظر بهذه القضية ونأكد أنه هذا الشيء صار.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, نعم أفهم.
Yes, I do understand.
Mr. Fikens, you faded out a little bit. Tell me again what you all are doing.
Your Honor, there is a recommendation to dismiss.
سيد فايكن أنا فقرة بس ما أسئلها ممكن تعيد. هناك توصيات إنه نسقط القضية.
With a stipulation to probable cause for the stop.
وإحنا أيضا نقول إنه هو اللي سوى هذا الشيء.
And we would so stipulate.
وإحنا هم نطلب من المحكمة إنه توافق على هذا الشيء.
Okay, thank you. The matter is dismissed without prejudice. Thank you so much.
أشكركم. تم إسقاط القضية مع إمكانية فتحها في المستقبل.
Thank you so much. شكرا جزيلا.
All right, thank you. All right, everybody. I've called the, thank you so much, Ms. Asmar. I have called, all right. I've called the remainder of the docket. If I did not miss anything, thank you all for your patience today. Be safe out there. And I will see you all next week, Ms. Harris.
No problem. Have a great day, everyone.
All right, take
Great
care.
day.
All right.